up, dirty dog?
What up, everybody? It's good to see you. Here we go. There we go. The Clowncil's in.
Sorry, members, I just lost my speaker queue, but Councilmember
Of course
Hernandez,
you did.
followed by Councilmember
Shout out to the fucking DEI hire.
Thank you, Council President.
That's why you
I
don't
would like
hire
to call
DEI.
items
You get the best for the
27,
job.
28,
Not because
29,
they're a
and
certain
30,
color, or you have a fucking
36,
vagina,
37,
or a
48,
dick, or they're super fucking
Act
gay.
49, all special for a separate vote. Once again, 27, 28, 29, 30, 36, 37, 48, 49. I'd also like to call item 38 special for comments and
Sublet Dad?
item 68 special for questions, please. Thank you.
She does when she wears white.
Councilmember, what was the last item?
The last item was 68 special for comments, please.
Thank
Thank you.
What's up, Ben? Look at all those fucking people. Oh, boy.
Councilmember McCosker.
It'll be forever
Thank you
till we
very
get
much.
to
I'd like
work.
to call item 26 special. It has an amendment. I have an amendment that just adds 2 property addresses to the existing motion, and I believe the city attorney has that amendment. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, can you please read the amendment into the record?
Yes, the amendment reads that I move that item number 26 on today's council agenda be amended to include the additional addresses 1551 East Young
Matt?
Street and
What's up, Catherine?
1025
Check.
McFarland Avenue, Wilmington, California, 90744
Hi, Wade.
in the moving clause for the report back. And is there a second to this?
Councilmember Blumenfield seconds. Thank you.
What's up, OCB? What's up, Michael?
All right.
Matty
Councilmember
J?
Rodriguez.
Thank you. I have one more. I have an amendment for item 46. City Attorney, you have the language?
Yes. The amendment reads that I move that item number 46 on today's council agenda be amended to replace recommendation 1 with the following. 1. Transfer and appropriate $150,000 in the AB 1290 fund, number 53P, account number 281207, CD7 Redevelopment Projects Services, to the below listed amounts, and in the amount specified in the Bureau of Street Services Urban Forestry Division Fund number 100/86 for tree care and the removal of dead trees in CD7.
Sounds scared, Mattis.
Account number 001
Don't worry, you got your installed-
090.
You got your
Salaries
installed
overtime,
elector who didn't get any votes.
Account number 0030.
That dumb cunt will fucking save the
Contractual
world.
Services, $15,000.
Because she black and Indian and shit. Oh, I don't know what she be. I know what she is. She a saucier.
Y'all might be in for a treat.
That's
Back
Kamala.
Before the war broke out, I was a
Councilmember
saucier
Soto
in San
Martinez.
Antone. I bet I could call up some of them
Mm.
green.
Call item 17.
Yeah, do some crawfish out the patty, y'all.
Item 68.
I made us some crab apples for dessert now, yeah? Hey, yeah. Ha!
That's your girl, Midas. Dumb cunt
good.
couldn't even
Thank you.
pass the bar, and she's an attorney. Huh?
Mr. McCosker, anything
How much
else?
cock did she
Councilmember
suck to get
Hernandez,
through that
anything
thing?
else? Are there any other specials? Councilmember De Leon.
Yeah, just one for
Everybody.
separate vote. One item, hold 36 on the desk for an amendment, and 36 and 37.
I'm Indian when I need to be
so
Indian.
what
I'm
was the
black
last
when
item?
I need to be black.
36 and
I'm
37
white when I need to be white.
But hold 36 for amendments. I believe the city attorney may have.
Fucking
does not
Kumala.
have those amendments.
And I'm
She couldn't
sorry,
be
which
there
was
without the
item
coup.
that you called
Kumala.
special for separate vote?
One.
Number 1. Okay.
She does literally suck. That's how
Any
she got there,
other
by sucking
specials,
men's
members?
cocks, like Willie Brown's old dick.
Going once, going twice. Councilmember De Leon,
How she got there.
you're welcome. Any other specials, members? Okay. Seeing none.
That's
Mr.
how
Clerk,
she do
what's
it.
available now for us to vote on?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 31 through
Her speeches were
35,
written by a lawyer, Catherine.
39
A real lawyer.
40.
One that passed the bar.
through 44.
Not one that got on their knees and sucked off a
Very good.
60-year-old
Those
when
items
she
are
was
now before
26 while he was married.
So on those items, let's go ahead and open the roll. close the roll and tabulate the votes.
14
You
ayes.
notice Montel dumped her. Shout out to Montel for dumping her. And Montel smokes weed, too. Shout out to Montel for that. Can't believe you stuck your cock in that, bro.
All right. Thank
Can't
you,
believe it.
members. So
I
with
can't
that, we
believe
can
it, bro.
begin our presentations. And I'd like to, Councilmember
That
Soto
long
Martinez,
horse
are you
face of
prepared
hers.
to begin our first presentation? Very good. Councilmember Soto Martinez has the floor.
Sure she does, Dead Mike. You mean like that minority that she put in jail and then smirked while he was being charged in the courtroom? You mean like that? Put him away for marijuana while she smoked marijuana? You mean that? You mean that minority? Was that the minority you were talking about, Mike? Mike, get some knee pads out and lick her pussy right now. Oh, there's
Thank you so much, Council President.
I
and
only see
good
one
morning,
regular
everyone,
right
all
now.
My colleagues, folks in the
Unfortunate.
public.
One of the
This
worst
morning,
ones to
I am
have.
so proud to be joined by a delegation from the
What's up, Star
Ukrainian
Cruz?
Cultural Center in Los Angeles to recognize Ukrainian Independence
Oh
Day.
my God!
The Ukrainian
Holy
Cultural Center
fuck.
is right in the heart of City
Ukrainian
13. It's
Independence
right in East
Day.
Hollywood.
Where's fucking
And
little
you might wonder,
little
well, what is
Zelensky?
the Ukrainian
Zelensky,
Cultural
where's he
Center
at?
doing in East Hollywood? Well, many folks.
I mean,
might
fuck, we
don't know
installed
this,
him.
but
At least he could have
many
done
years
is take
ago,
a
decades
flight out
ago,
here
when
and
the first
got his
folks
award.
from Ukraine started coming to the United States.
God
They
damn.
actually created a very vibrant community in Echo
gives a
Park,
fuck? Get on to the
and
city
spread
work.
around that area, and one of their first institutions was the Ukrainian Cultural Center that's right there on Fountain Boulevard, on Melrose. Right
Yeah,
in
you
City
don't know where it's
13.
at 'cause nobody
And
does.
This past Saturday was Ukrainian Independence Day, where we honored the Ukrainian culture,
I don't see either
institution,
of
the
them.
community, where
I don't
hundreds
see
of people
Herman
came
or
together,
Spiller.
including
Pat.
some veterans that were just
I'm
on
looking.
the front lines in Ukraine,
Oh, hell.
in solidarity and celebration to uplift what is their
Brandon.
community. And ever since the unprovoked invasion of Ukraine over 2 years ago, that solidarity is even more important these days.
I ain't getting no house.
So I'm proud here to introduce
I'd
Larissa
burn a
Rifle,
house down
president
before
of
I'd
the
take it
Ukrainian
from those
Cultural Center,
scumbag
to say a few
motherfuckers.
words.
I'm no fucking beggar.
Thank you.
Only the
Councilmember.
beggars are going to get the free houses. I could do it on my
Ladies
own.
and gentlemen, esteemed members
'Cause I
of
voted for the
City
wrong
Council
people.
and cherished residents. of
So
Los
now I need a
Angeles.
free house.
My
Fuck
name is
outta here,
Larissa
you
Rifle,
fucking
and
beggars.
I'm
You
the
guys are
president of the
locusts.
Ukrainian Culture Center. Today I
Locusts.
stand before you
Just
with
little
immense
bugs.
gratitude as we gather to acknowledge the city of
Thank you,
Los
Brett.
Angeles for its
Good to see you,
unwavering
too.
support of the Ukrainian community. Your unanimous decision
No, you can't,
to
Dead Mike.
issue
You
two
deserve nothing.
proclamations in support
Don't worry.
of Ukrainians
You keep begging. These
in
people
the
will give you
diaspora
something,
is
maybe.
a testament to the city's commitment to
Maybe.
justice, cultural recognition, and
You're their beggar.
international solidarity. I'd like to express
Oh, look
our
at De Leon
deepest
back there.
thanks
Look at him.
for the
doing?
proclamation
Is he
condemning
hitting on her?
Russia and its invasion of Ukraine. This bold stance not only aligns with the values of freedom and democracy, but it also sends a powerful message of support to the
What's up, Fight
Ukrainian
Man?
community, both here
How are you? What's
and
up, Terry?
abroad.
Have a good day,
In
Terry.
these challenging times,
Morgan.
such a proclamation serves as a beacon of hope and a reminder that the world stands united against aggression and in favor
Nope, it ain't. Come give
of
me.
peace and sovereignty. If I could pause for just a moment to reflect on what's happened in the last
I'm always
48
locked and loaded,
hours
ready to go.
in Ukraine.
Come get it.
Just after celebration of its Independence Day, Russia has launched hundreds of missiles and drones attacking Ukraine for the last 48 hours solid. They
the
are
last 3
killing
years, you fat cunt.
civilians, and they are deliberately damaging
3 years.
Ukrainian infrastructure ahead of the winter so that the Ukrainian people have to face a third winter without electricity, without lights.
Well, so
and
you say,
without
Ghost
heat.
Fart. You're still here, though. If you don't like it, you can leave too.
We are also profoundly
Just like all the
grateful
beggars with their hands out, like this one who's about to cry for you.
for the second proclamation, which celebrates the 80th anniversary
I don't know
of the
people that
Ukrainian
haven't
Culture
been
Center.
ostracized or
It also
been a
commemorates
part
our
of
Independence
racism.
Day, which was just this last
Every
August
fucking
24th.
person in that audience has.
For 8 decades, the Ukrainian Culture Center has been a cornerstone of
Yeah,
cultural
where are the tears?
preservation
Exactly.
and education in Los Angeles. It's provided a space where Ukrainian heritage, language, and traditions are not only celebrated, but protected.
What's up, Brent?
When we contextualize what's happening in the last 48 hours, and some of you may ask yourself, as
happened to the
Councilmember
tears is what I'm asking myself.
Martinez referenced, why are there Ukrainians here in Los Angeles? Why is there a Ukrainian culture center
Right, they should
in
be
Los Angeles?
fighting in the
Why has
Ukraine
it
for
been
their
here
country?
for 80 years?
No?
Because our families, our parents, our grandparents had to flee. And the only way to protect our nation and our culture was to go
I know you
abroad
watch
and
Ghost. You're not
invest in
gonna
the
stop either.
infrastructure required to protect
'Cause I'm right
Ukrainian
here.
heritage until the day
I'm right
came
here.
when we got our land back and had our opportunity for self-governance and self-determination. That day came on August 24th, 1991. I share that with all of you because I want to underscore the importance.
What about all the military experts that said Ukraine would fall in a matter of days, if not weeks? We are 3 years later. 3. And am I mistaken, or did they not just this week blow up some pipeline, like bridges? That was the lifeline, the pipeline to bringing in all Russia's troops and vehicles and supplies. Are they not pushing outward, not inward? Did I hear that wrong in the news everywhere? Did they feed that one to me wrong too?
Injustice suffered by the Ukrainian people and commended
Shel.
Americans of Ukrainian descent for their continued patriotic
I
fight
gotta go feed
against
Stinks.
communism.
I'll be right back, guys, because he's making me crazy.
In 1996, under
All right,
Mayor
let's go. You
Richard
ready to
Reardon,
eat?
the City Council marked the
know.
10-year
Let's go.
anniversary of the Chernobyl tragedy.
Oh, now it's Chernobyl.
This further demonstrated Los Angeles
Oh,
solidarity with Ukraine. Today, again, this legislative body finds itself on the right side of history. I extend my heartfelt thanks on behalf of the Ukrainian Culture Center of Los Angeles to the City of Los Angeles for these proclamations. Your support is a powerful affirmation of our shared values and aspirations, and it's a primary indication to me and our community that the moral compass of this body is perfectly calibrated. Thank you. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you so much, Larissa, for that emotional and moving testimony from the Ukrainian community. And next up, I'd like to introduce someone who, whenever I see, always educates me more and tells me more about the Ukrainian community. Please welcome Daria Tchaikovsky, a member of the Board of Trustees at the Ukrainian Cultural Center and director of the Ukrainian Art Center.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, our Councilman Martinez. It is a distinct honor and such a pleasure to receive notice from the City Council in recognition for all the work that the Ukrainian Culture Center has put in throughout the years. I am Daria Tchaikovsky, as our friend mentioned, and I'm the president of the Ukrainian Art Center and a longtime Board of Trustees on the Ukrainian Culture Center. It has been a long time, 80 years of community service that the Ukrainian Culture Center has offered not only to Ukrainians, but also to the community at large. we are sharing the beauty and heritage of Ukrainian culture. And this has been done periodically to open to everyone, and we welcome all people of Los Angeles City. As I mentioned, the Culture Center has been productive 80 years in the community, and at the same time sharing everything with the community. Just as a brief aside, I and my family have been active members of the Ukrainian Culture Center for over 60 years, so it's been a long time. This brings me to my love. It's the Ukrainian Arts Center that was incorporated in 1986 as a nonprofit with the goal of establishing a permanent museum here in Los Angeles. I have worked with many city officials to try to make this happen. We share the beauty and promote all Ukrainian arts and artists, many of them now fleeing the war, the ravages of war. As
I cleaned up the gun really well. So
on the agenda for the Arts Center in September,
took it all apart and cleaned it.
Will be an event which is a first for the Arts Center.
Still smells like weed though.
It's
crazy.
Fall in Love with Ukraine, where we present 2 established Ukrainian artists, but also many, I think now it's up to 7 Ukrainian fashion designers that have here relocated due to the ravages of the war in Ukraine. So with your support and everybody's support, we are going to present September 15th at the Culture Center that we consider our home. It will be an event inviting everyone to attend. It will be unique. And so please, to experience this, you have to go on Eventbrite and purchase a ticket, or at the door.
Partbrite?
We would love to see you. Thank you. Slava Ukraini, Slava Heroyam.
Thank you so much, Daria, and I look forward to that amazing event, as always, on September 15th. But before we go, the City Council was proud to unanimously approve 2 resolutions.
You can get them probably at
One
Planet of the
officially
Vapes,
expressing
Brandon.
the city's solidarity with Ukraine.
I would go to the Planet of the Vapes.
As well as celebrating Ukrainian Independence Day.
I bet you they
80th
have them.
anniversary of
'Cause
the
that's what I
Ukrainian
order everything.
Cultural Center.
The
So
bags,
we'd like to present those 2
everything for the volcano,
proclamations to the
anything
community,
extra that I
and
needed
we'll
for
be-
Puffco.
We'll be finished after that.
Because I'm not trying to bother them either, or Dabex, you know.
As you're presenting the certificates, Councilmember Soto Martinez, we have a speaker
look at
on
how
the
milky.
queue. So I'll
Look at
call on
that.
her now. Councilmember
Look at
Rodriguez.
that.
Thank you. Mr. Soto Martinez, I just want to
Oh, they
thank
got
you
gold
for bringing in this
frames.
presentation. And really, I think the
They got some
emotional
gold
honesty about what the community is struggling through and has been enduring for some time, I think it's something that everyone can relate to.
should piss
because
all
every
you brown
community has had
framers
to
off.
endure that type of painful experience. But what makes me so proud as being a member of this Los Angeles City Council is being a city that recognizes and uplifts everyone's individuality.
How come you're not rolling
and
your
our
R's for
collective
them?
strength through our diversity. And I think that is what's most important with what we're celebrating and recognizing for you all today. I want to thank you for finding your voice
Hi,
and your
Tracy.
space here in our city, and for preserving that very special cultural history.
Everything,
so that
Zim.
we're a better
She likes to
people
hear her self-talk.
as a result of knowing each other's shared struggles. And so I just want to say happy anniversary. Thank you for this
Shut
long
up,
enduring
Meg.
legacy here in Los Angeles, for finding your space here. It just underscores how our
We need
city
Peter Griffin to
continues to
come in
be
and
the
say
beacon
that.
of hope
Shut
for
up,
so
Meg.
many communities. that find themselves here in Los Angeles.
I need a shut up
Happy
Meg
anniversary.
drop. I need to get that. You're back
Thank you so
now?
much, Council President,
Ate
and
all
let's
your
give it up one more
food?
time for the amazing Ukrainian community here in the city of Los Angeles.
Thank you so much.
Would they be amazing if they weren't going through a war? Just asking. Just asking. I just want to know.
All right.
Did you pump it up
As,
a little
They
bit?
depart to the photo room. We have
Bet you
another
did.
presentation. I'll ask Councilmember Rodriguez.
That's
to
supposed
take
to
the
be a
podium.
giant flower, I believe, Mike. 350 ZSMT. Is that Colonel Sanders? Holy shit, the Colonel's up in that joint.
Still, finger looking good.
The Colonel!
The Colonel's in there. Everybody getting some free bologna chicken? Yes or no? Put in the chat room. I don't want old school. Current day KFC. Yes or no? Good? Yes or no? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. Old KFC was way better than the new KFC. KFC sucks now, Carrie. Telling you, right? No, no. No, 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 don't eat it. No, 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 no. There's a yes. JHL says yes. And we got one yes. I'm looking for
All right.
another one.
Thank you, colleagues. I proudly
Not
stand
one
before
other
you all
yes.
today to celebrate
Well, you got to go in the other chat room,
not
JHL.
quite 80 years,
Not
but we
one.
look forward
You're
to
the
that
only
80-year
yes.
marker. But 50 years of Los Angeles Mission College
not talking about
in
old,
the
though,
community of
Francine,
Sylmar.
just the
Please
new
give them a
stuff.
round of applause.
Okay, so
Actually,
you
hold
don't
on
like
one
it
second.
now. Okay, so then there wasn't one new one. How are they staying in business? Oh, man. It's horrible. Much rather have any other chicken. Pollo Loco or... What's the other one? Fuck, I always forget their name. Pollo Campierro. That's what they are. They're good because they serve that El Pollo Loco like charbroiled. And you can get fried chicken, your
I
choice.
am joined today by
They
the
make
esteemed
both.
leadership of Los Angeles Mission College
No churches
and many
near
of the
my
founders
house,
that were
Alex. I don't get to
responsible
eat it.
for helping to make LA Mission College a reality. This is a long, storied history, and I'm really proud to be standing with some incredible trailblazers that when our community was overlooked,
Are they from
as
Portland?
happens so often with communities of color, there were voices from the community
Communities
that
of
came
color.
out and stood their ground. And it's a really important part of the Chicano history and legacy.
Here comes the
One that I'm
artist.
proud to come out of in my community. But I stand with some incredible trailblazers today for, if not their resistance, their very peaceful and forceful, well, I don't want to call it peaceful. It was anything but peaceful.
We
It was
got 3-inch
forceful.
shrimp in there.
And it was a result of their
There's two.
advocacy that we are here celebrating 50 years of LA Mission College, opening the doors for a community that so often was overlooked, never was provided the ample opportunities for academic achievements, but we fought to change that. And we continue to advance those opportunities
There he
for
is,
our
there's 3-inch
community
shrimp.
each and every day, from the incredible staff to the incredible community that continues to make sure that those doors remain open. And so I am really proud to be celebrating this very special
Absolutely.
milestone
Evo.
in LA Mission College history, because it's not
Shit
just
looks like it's
about
unlicensed.
the academic institution, it's about the continued layered support from local government, from state government. I know Tony Cardenas has also been
it's unlicensed
incredibly
shit right now, isn't
supportive
it,
to make
until
sure
next
that
year?
the resources
Something like
continue
that?
to get invested to expand the
One more
program
year.
opportunities for students in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. But, you know, more important, my two kids both went to Mission College as a result of the LA Promise program. Our community
That's
college
it, Mike.
district remains that first door
Need to
for
tell him that, not
post-secondary
me.
education.
You want
when
the
so
Wemby-
many students
Wemby,
don't often have the
LeBron
opportunity
auto
or the
duel?
financial means to continue to just from high school go
I
on
don't
to
know,
that
man. I don't know.
4-year institution.
I think you need to look at the print
they
run.
have a great academic environment and
Bet you-
institution at
you'll
LA
see
Mission
pallets of
College
that
available
shit.
to them, and it's for that I'm really grateful to be celebrating this 50th anniversary. So just a little peek back at its history. At the time, the Community College District had approved a community college in the West Valley, close to Cal State Northridge. And it was upon learning this news that the Latino community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley rose up and fought to relocate the newly approved campus
There's no
to
awards
the
for white
Northeast
people.
Valley.
White people are
And it was for
oppressors,
years that
Robin.
they
If you're a
organized
one,
and
you're the
met with
devil.
elected officials and trustees until
You're
they
just
were
like
successful.
me. You're the white devil.
The collective effort was led by many community members, including Guadalupe Ramirez and her husband, both
Ramirez?
residents of Silmar,
Where-
the indomitable Irene
Couldn't just say
Tovar,
Ramirez, but I love it.
Magdalena Duran, and Alex
Duran.
Reza, who are here with us today, along with board members from El Proyecto del Barrio, and staff and volunteers and countless others. And it's because of their efforts that our community and our young people continue to have access to this remarkable institution, which also has one of the premier culinary programs in the city.
On the
which
5th, I think
which
it is,
we're all
Laguna.
very proud of. And
The
we
5th.
all get to go celebrate and partake
9
in some
days.
of the cultural events that highlight how special our
Should be on the
culinary
first
program
Monday,
is.
but the first Monday
Since
is Labor
its founding
Day.
in 1975 as
So
the
it's the
9th
next
college
day.
in Los Angeles and the 100th community college in California, Mission College continues to grow from its humble beginnings, operating out of storefront facilities throughout the Northeast San Fernando Valley. The college moved to its 22-acre campus in Silmar in 1991 and has only continued to expand its operations and services. Over the years, LA Mission College has steadily expanded its campus with key facilities like the Learning Resource Center, the Guadalupe S. Ramirez Collaborative Studies Building, and most recently, a gorgeous student services and administrative building that I had the pleasure of joining you for the ribbon cutting. It's a remarkable
Look at the guy in the
space.
back.
These additions have only enhanced the
Kinda
access and
looks like Mr.
service
Herman,
for
too.
the students
See
and their
him?
experience when joining
The long
Mission
hair?
College. And one of the most commendable aspects of the
Think he's
college
related
is
to
its
him?
unwavering and deep
It's like his
connected
cousin.
roots to our community. The college has continued to expand
Miss
its
A? How are you?
services because we recognize when we have so many residents and students, when you think about the opportunities for concurrent enrollment, high school students that can begin before joining their college,
Yeah, just two.
before
I see.
graduating from high school, have the ability to start earning college credits. They have very limited access
Whoa, is that
to
Mr.
public
Sachs?
transportation. That's why I collaborated
Doubt
with
it.
Mission College, and we created the first dash route in Silmar to make it more accessible, to remove those barriers, because it's our collective responsibility to ensure
How come you didn't roll
that
the word
students
route?
have no barriers to pursuing that academic access.
What's wrong with
and
that
that's
R?
the incredible collaboration and work that Mission College continues to do, even coming into communities like Pacoima or Sunland Tahunga to offer supplemental classes, whether it's ESL, whether
Me
it's
too, Rip
computer lessons.
Savage.
All of these things, they are coming to the community to say, we are not going to let transportation or any other access be a barrier to you accessing the services. And that's the kind of work that this institution represents and the staff and faculty have continued to make available to our community.
Is that Mr.
And for
Sachs
that,
right there
I'm
with the
just really
mask on?
proud
I doubt
that
it.
This is an institution that I
He
proudly
wouldn't have a mask
represent
on.
in my district, but more importantly, that we have another fearless Latina at the helm, helping to make sure that there are no barriers for students, for families to have access to this incredible institution. And it's with that that I'd like to introduce our president, Dr. Armida Ornales.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Rodriguez. I really am humbled. My name is Armida Ornelas. I'm proud to represent LA Mission College. Very humbled, Councilwoman Rodriguez, for the recognition today. As you shared, you know, we are very proud of our roots. We have our founders, some of our founders here today, who fought for access to higher ed for the communities of the Northeast San Fernando Valley. And
not even
I am
listening.
proud to say that we are adhering to the vision of our founders. We believe in access. We believe in transforming communities. We believe in uplifting our communities. We continue to start pathways as early as, you know, their high school years. We continue to offer adult education. Last year, we closed out our academic year with serving more students than we've ever served in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, with tipping over 22,000 students, graduating more students than we've ever graduated, awarding more degrees than we've ever awarded. And that's because of the leadership that we've got in the Northeast San Fernando, leaders like Councilwoman Rodriguez. So I can't thank you enough for today's recognition. I also want to thank the Alley Mission College team for your support to the Northeast San Fernando Valley and our residents. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I have no problem, Tim, with her rolling her R's. What I have a problem with is that she only does
Thank
it
you so much,
when she's
Armida.
speaking with
And
Latino
I'm
folks.
gonna go off script because
To, like,
one of the
buddy up to them
remarkable
to get
treasures
that
we
vote.
have, and I'm so blessed that she's a resident in this district.
You know what
that
I mean?
She is part
I
of
think
a
if you could do
longstanding
it, you do it
history
all the time.
for the Northeast
For
Valley.
every word that has an
And,
R in it.
I really think it's important. We always talk about making sure that we give people their flowers. And Irene Tovar is someone who I'm, I always affectionately tell her I turned her into a believer. But
Yeah, she
I'm
just
really
panders,
grateful
that's
for all of the work that she's
She churches it up, yeah.
She's
just
just
like the
always been a
saucier
relentless
from San
voice.
Antone.
She's been a strong,
That's what those
consistent
folks do.
voice to making sure that the doors weren't shut for our community. And it's
They're
for that reason that we're
perpetually the
here
victim.
Celebrating 50 years, along with so many others. that
Everything.
were part of
Nothing's
that.
ever
Carolina,
good's
that's
ever
really
happened in
look
their
for-
lives.
for some remarks.
They're just the victimhood, the victim of everything. It's constant victimhood. Constant begging. What does this shirt say? Fuck, I'm never going to be able to read that. God
As
dang it.
unaccustomed as I am on speaking.
Bro, you made it put a
Thank you
paragraph
so
on that
very much. I
t-shirt.
didn't expect this recognition.
Is that
Thank
hard?
you so very much. I'm so proud of the leadership that exists also too in our elected officials. Our
Saucy,
commitment to work with the community in the betterment of its future. And one thing that motivated all of us who were founders is that we cared about education. We knew that the greatest
it,
weapon
Doomat.
against poverty was in
The
education.
worst thing you can do is
Our
just
parents
hand
may
people
not have
free
known
shit.
about
It's
credits
the worst
or
thing.
units
Look
or
at the welfare
semesters,
system.
But they knew
Those
the
people get
value of
nowhere, and all you
education.
do is
And so
hand
we
them free
gathered
shit.
together and we were
Free rent,
persistent
free
to
food,
ensure
free money.
that our young people and anyone who hungered for a better
We're
education,
decades
for a
into
better
that.
quality of life.
We're almost
must
60
have an
years, more,
education. And
almost
that
60 years, maybe even
moment
more,
when we found out
into
that it
welfare
was gonna
system.
be put in another area where there were sufficient higher education institutions.
I think we're right at about
we could
60
not
years.
tolerate it. So we did be very persistent.
When you give everybody free this,
that
then they
we
want
were
free
going
that,
to
they
have
want free
that
that, they
campus
want free
in the
that.
Northeast San Fernando Valley.
Doesn't build
where
character.
Most of the people who are
Just gives them
often not
a
accepted
tangible
in other
item.
areas because of discrimination in housing would have a better future. So thank you so very much, but we did it for the people. We did it for the children, for a better future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Irene.
Sense of entitlement, that too. What's up, Dixie?
And
How
again,
are
this,
ya?
this moment is
Happy
really a
Tuesday.
celebration of all the individuals that were instrumental in helping to make this a reality, but it also is a reflection of the continued support that and the collaboration that we continue to bring together for the benefit of the students and anyone that wants
Thank
to
you,
come
Nerdy.
to, I think, one
Appreciate
of the
ya.
best community colleges in the community college district, LA Mission College. Congratulations on 50 remarkable years. I look forward, I won't be at the next 50th anniversary, but I look forward to that being memorialized in history. Congratulations.
See, how come they only get the brown shitty overstock at Michael's frame? Why doesn't she get a gold one? She not deserve a gold one? Gold for Ukrainians? Please, I'm Zelensky wife. We need more Jimmy Choo shoes, and I need everything else because Americans have not given me enough. Please. Fuck. How do you decipher who deserves it and who doesn't? That's what I really want to know.
All right, another big round of applause.
I
to our
want to
great
know what's the determining
community college.
the determining factor.
And the folks who started it. I really appreciate Councilmember Rodriguez for
Which
this
says to them,
presentation.
hey, they
lot
get
of
a
the
gold
times,
one, not a
we
cherry
think these things
wood
fall
one.
out of the sky and don't know that our folks had to fight for them. So
Yeah,
we,
they're like the
really
overstock in the
appreciate
corner
you
at
and
Michael's
everybody
that
that's
nobody
involved with
wanted.
college
Nobody
to this
wants
day.
cherry wood.
Our next
They
presentation
want a
will be
black knife
led by
frame.
Councilmember De
You know,
Leon of the
something
14th
modern.
District.
Even that gold one is like old. Those are old ass frames. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. I mean, come on, man. Any and every frame that I have is all black frames, and if not, they're actual like canvas. You know. Yeah. That's for the commie leaders to decide. But all I want to say is, like, how did they decide? It's not really who decides. It's just, I want to know how whoever does do the decision making. You know what I mean? Because most of the people are probably taking it to Michael's and getting a nice frame. Just saying. Here we go. Here's the next one. This is number 3, right? The Ukrainians. Then we just had those folks. Oh boy, busy day of pandering. Where's Panderjeet when I need him? Panderjeet, where you at, man? It's weird. Why do I see that behind him? It's weird. Why is that reflecting like that? Oh, it's because of the thing on the floor. I see now. Okay. Luck of the Irish. Thank you. Appreciate your luck of the Irish. Where is that? Oh, thank you, Doom Hat. Paging Mr. Herman.
Paging Mr. Herman.
What is that? You know what? He's probably out in the hallway, hanging out with fucking Spindler. Because they know they walk in, they see these people, they sign on the kiosk.
Mr. President,
they go back outside,
friends,
so they don't have to listen to this shit.
Incredible Guatemalan community here in Los Angeles.
Guatemalans.
Bienvenidos a todos. It is my honor to begin today's
what was the second group from? Anybody?
Message from the president of Guatemala.
So we had Ukrainians and Guatemalans. Anybody know what the second group is from?
As a leader committed to transparency, social justice, and the well-being of all Guatemalans, President Arevalo's vision is guiding the nation forward toward a brighter future. Muy buenos días. Es un honor para mí para comenzar la celebración de hoy con un mensaje del presidente de Guatemala, César Bernardo Arévalo de León, como un líder comprometido con la transparencia, la justicia social y el bienestar de todos los guatemaltecos. La visión del presidente Arévalo está guiando a la nación hacia un futuro más brillante. So, Mr. President, as well as colleagues, please join me in welcoming his words as we begin this special week of celebration. I do believe we have it queued up.
Estimados compatriotas, hermanos que viven fuera de las fronteras de nuestro país, en la ciudad de Los Ángeles, miembros de la gran familia guatemalteca. Las y los guatemaltecos alrededor del mundo son una parte integral, fundamental de nuestra sociedad. Prácticamente todas las familias guatemaltecas hoy habitan al mismo tiempo en dos o más ciudades y en dos o más países. De manera particular, lo hace la comunidad guatemalteca en Los Ángeles, California, por su tamaño y por su historia que trasciende generaciones y que es un pilar de nuestra vida como comunidad nacional guatemalteca. Su esfuerzo y disciplina dinamizan nuestra economía y con ello dinamizan nuestro desarrollo como país. Nunca los hemos olvidado, siempre les llevamos en el corazón, así como ustedes llevan a nuestra patria en el suyo. Nunca está de más reiterarles que estamos plenamente conscientes de que ustedes, sus hijos y los hijos de sus hijos son, ante nuestro pueblo y ante nuestra Constitución, tan guatemaltecos como quienes estamos físicamente en Guatemala. Para nuestro gobierno, asegurar las mejores condiciones de bienestar para todas las familias guatemaltecas, estén donde estén, es una prioridad. Estamos fortaleciendo la coordinación entre instituciones para brindar atención, asistencia y protección a los migrantes en todas las fases de su trayecto. Cuando salen de Guatemala, cuando están en camino hacia los Estados Unidos, cuando se encuentran allá y cuando retornan por su voluntad o por decisión del gobierno de ese país. Estamos trabajando en la ampliación de los servicios consulares para que lleguen a más guatemaltecos
That's why it's
en más
super important.
ciudades. Y estamos mejorando la atención
Have I
a
used
todos
whatnot?
los
No.
guatemaltecos en el extranjero.
Dark. I think that
Finalmente,
everything on there is
estamos
overpriced.
promoviendo
There's a lot of
medidas
shiesty
para que los
breakers.
guatemaltecos en el exterior y sus familias en
Nah.
Guatemala obtengan condiciones más justas
I just
en
pay fee-bay.
gestiones financieras.
That's it.
Hemos hecho esfuerzos diplomáticos importantes para asegurar una vida más segura y tranquila. para
Dead
quienes
Mike, what are
hoy
all of
viven
us
en
going to do?
Estados
What is it,
Unidos,
me? Like it only
independientemente de
affects
su
me?
estatus migratorio.
What are you going to do?
Hemos recibido
Same
muchas
thing I'm gonna
solicitudes de forma reiterada de conducir estos
hope things
esfuerzos
change.
hacia la designación de las y los
I
guatemaltecos
won't
por
say what I
parte
really
del
hope
gobierno de
for.
Estados Unidos
I don't wanna
para
get
el
in trouble.
estatus de protección temporal, TPS. Hoy quiero contarles acerca de gestiones que hemos estado haciendo.
Tom, because these
He
people
tenido
voted for these
personalmente
people,
conversaciones con
and
el
these people
presidente
here are
Biden
complete
y la
communist socialist pigs.
vicepresidenta Harris
And this is
acerca
what
de
you
la
have when you
necesidad
have communist
de
socialist
regularizar
pigs.
la situación de los
They fooled
guatemaltecos
them
en
into
Estados
thinking
Unidos.
they're going to pull them away from
Nuestro
some
gobierno
oppression
envió
that
en
they've
abril
got.
notas diplomáticas solicitando la implementación
Then it
del
becomes
TPS.
totalitarian
A diferencia de
rule
cuestiones en gobiernos anteriores,
and
la
society.
solicitud se ha hecho con base en datos concretos que justifican la necesidad de este apoyo para los migrantes guatemaltecos, particularmente el hecho de que en Guatemala han ocurrido desastres naturales que han provocado una alteración sustancial de las condiciones de vida en nuestro territorio.
I
Y
don't
que
know how long
existen
this is,
condiciones
Brad.
extraordinarias
Shit could be
que
another
impiden
10
a muchos
minutes.
guatemaltecos
Hope not.
retornar de forma segura. Hemos hecho exhortaciones
Thought he was wrapping up
adicionales
right there, then they
a
cut it.
legisladores, a alcaldes municipales, para que lleven a sus pares en Estados Unidos esta solicitud. Y también estamos trabajando con organizaciones en el territorio estadounidense, informando y generando conciencia acerca de esta necesidad entre actores locales. Este trabajo lo hemos realizado en alianza con integrantes de la Red Migrante Guatemalteca y con la Red Consular de Guatemala en Estados Unidos.
Randy, I don't know. I don't know who made us the daddy.
del
We're the
gobierno de
daddy for
Estados
so many countries.
Confiamos
We're
en que
Ukraine's
nuestros
daddy.
argumentos
We're Israel's
serán
daddy.
considerados
Apparently,
en su
we're
justa
who
dimensión.
else's daddy are we?
Les pedimos que continúen
Apparently
sumándose a este esfuerzo,
Guatemala's,
haciendo las exhortaciones
probably
necesarias
Mexico. Oh,
en
who
el
knows?
marco del sistema
If we really
democrático
looked to open the
de los
books,
Estados
open the
Unidos de
books,
América,
and saw what
para
really
que las
was going on,
autoridades tomen esta decisión que aportará
you wonder
tanta
why you're taxed on
tranquilidad
taxes
a
on
tantas
taxes on taxes.
familias
All that
guatemaltecas.
money, you wonder where it goes.
En este día especial en el que
You're
el
feeding other
emblemático
people's
City
families
Hall
in other
de Los
countries.
Ángeles se viste de gala con los hermosos colores de nuestra bandera.
You know, it's like
Quiero
feeding a little
expresarles
kid for
mi
10, just 10 cents a day.
cercanía personal
You know how
y
they
la
have those
cercanía de-
commercials? We're doing it
Quiero
regardless
dar
of,
un
we're
saludo
forced into
especial
doing it.
al Consejo Municipal
We have to work
y a la
harder, get
alcaldesa Karen Bass
more
por
work,
hacerlo posible.
work longer hours
Gracias
to
también al
support all these
concejal Kevin
folks.
de León por promover
And
y
that's why I
fomentar
call
la
the people
cultura
on welfare and
guatemalteca
everything else.
con la
Those are
proclamación
my
de la
kids.
Guatemalan
I'm their
Heritage.
daddy. Because I work
Guatemaltecas,
hard.
guatemaltecos,
I pay my
compatriotas
taxes.
que hoy se encuentran físicamente
My tax
lejos
bill
de su
last year
tierra,
was the highest
pero que la
it's
siguen
ever
llevando
been.
en su corazón. Lo digo y lo repito.
And I certainly didn't
porque
make
es
more
mi
money than I
compromiso,
made
el
before.
compromiso de este gobierno. Ustedes no están solos. Cada uno de ustedes es parte integral, importante y fundamental de nuestra nación.
Telling you, if I was
Y
the president,
Guatemala
I'd cut off funding
agradece
for
sus
everybody. You ain't getting a dime.
Vamos a trabajar.
And if you want money
con
from
ustedes
us, you're going to give us
y por
something
ustedes.
right away in return.
Muchas gracias.
You produce really good cars, you're going to give us some cars. You produce certain agriculture, we're going to need boatloads and shiploads of that.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
That's how you're going to work off the debt right away.
I want to make a nexus because of each and every one of you around this horseshoe. You're connected to this video.
You're a bunch
The
of
reason why I say
donkeys in
this
the
is,
horseshoe.
a few months back, all of you collectively support strongly a resolution
No,
put
she
the
didn't,
city of
Tim.
Los
She
Angeles,
just
the
exploded.
second-largest
The
city
kids
in the
just
United
went
States of
flying
America,
everywhere. They're still
on
alive.
record
They were
of
alive in her
supporting
belly,
TPS
like the Sarlacc
for
pit
our Guatemalan
in
brothers
Star Wars,
and
where you just get
sisters.
slowly
And this is the
digested for 30
nexus
years.
that comes by all of the council
Never really
members
died.
here today.
That was
is
the worst part. It
impact
kept
that we
you
have.
alive
As a result,
in her
about
belly.
a month and a half ago, I was gone for 36 hours.
Who cares?
Tuesday that I think I missed, and there was a delegation here. We went to meet with the president at his request to speak on this issue,
Dale.
along with the Secretary of Foreign Affairs. They discussed their meetings with President Joe Biden,
knows,
as well as Secretary
Vacancy.
of State Anthony Blinken on this issue here. But this is the nexus that all of you, as our colleagues here in the council, help promote, because we are the largest city in the United States of America on the record, sending a message to the White House, to the Executive Branch, and the Secretary of State, the State Department, to be in full support of TPS. So I just want to give a very special thank you, and I think that the members of the audience here owe all the council members a warm applause and recognition.
Notice how they did that for them, Brett. Brett, it's all a ploy to tell them, because they're simple minds. They're Simple
today,
Jack.
as we gather
You ever
with a
met
deep sense
Simple
of
Jack?
pride, connection to
Let me ask you something. You ever met Simple Jack? Simple Jack, okay? You tell Simple Jack what Simple Jack want to hear, Simple Jack gonna vote for you. Simple Jack too stupid to understand it's not gonna happen till after November. I already got your vote. Thank you, Simple Jack. You don't get house either. Thank you, Simple Jack. We just need this one election. That's why they brought all those people over here in mass amounts, because they need this election. This is the biggest election in the history of your fucking life. And that's it. Bro, hold on. Salvis? So don't tell me we got oh my God. So hold on. Are the Salvadorians next? Is it water? Hold on a second right now. We went Ukraine. Then I don't know what we went. Group of everybody. Then we're at the Guatemalans right now. Next up are the Salvadorians. Holy shit. What's going on here?
Holy shit. Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Sergeant Hartman's rolling over in his fucking grave. Oh, Sergeant Hartman, I know, man. Ain't nothing we
History
can do,
has
bruh.
been shaped by resilience in the face of extraordinary challenges, from the devastating impacts of political
Notice
intervention
it's never
and
Veterans
internal
Day.
conflicts to the heartbreaking diaspora.
Just for
that
one
brought
day.
so many here. The Guatemalan community in Los Angeles has risen
Maybe.
from those hardships with strength and determination. Today, we are the largest Guatemalan city on planet Earth outside of the capital of Guatemala. That is right here, the city of Los Angeles.
That is
Guatemalans,
true,
as we
Ghost
know,
Farm,
have
but
enriched
even
every
furthermore,
aspect
to
of
your
our city.
point,
Guatemalans
it's
who
always
fled violence, who sought refuge
the
here, brought not only the hopes and
legislators'
dreams,
kids.
but also the rich cultural
almost
traditions,
never their
entrepreneurial
kids.
spirit, and unwavering commitment
they're willing to
family
suffer everybody, they're willing to put everybody
Our
else's
impact
kids
on
in
Los
harm's
Angeles
way.
has been profound, revitalizing neighborhoods,
And they'll sacrifice
contributing
those
to our
kids,
economy, and enhancing
but not
the
their
rich
own.
cultural diversity that makes our city unique. And I do believe in City 1, Councilwoman Eunice Hernandez has geographically
And look,
the
I
largest
got friends of all
Guatemalan
types.
population,
I'm
in
all
the
right with
city
it,
of
but
Los Angeles.
it's
A lot of
just
folks
sad
from
how
San
the
Fernando
people
Valley, Tucson
here
as well, too.
that
But
are
that's the first place you
natives
stop
and
when you come to the United
most
States,
importantly
right
the
there, People
veterans,
Union,
they don't get
neighborhood,
shit.
right there. So that
They
is
don't get a
part
fucking
of that
thing.
diaspora as we come to this country.
It's just
As we celebrate
ridiculous.
this week, I want to express our deepest gratitude to the Guatemalan community's
And without those
contributions to our
veterans,
city.
none of us would be
Los
here.
Angeles is a richer,
Those veterans were of
it's
all
a more
types.
vibrant place because
White,
of you.
black, Latino,
You're an integral
Asian.
part of our fabric, our society, and we're proud to stand here with each and every one of you today. Just very shortly, very quickly, Mr.
Just the
President,
segregation
we have
thing.
some distinguished guests who are going to share a few words. Hoy nos reunimos con un profundo sentido de orgullo y conexión para celebrar y honrar la rica cultura de Guatemala. Un país que tiene un lugar muy especial en mi corazón. Todo el mundo ya sabe que soy hijo de una madre soltera con solo 3 años escolares completados. Una mujer que tuve la valentía de cruzar frontera, en este caso 2 fronteras, en busca del sueño dorado aquí en este gran país, trabajando
You know what
desde
they
la
say?
madrugada hasta
It's
la
not the
anochecer,
votes that
haciendo todo lo
count, it's
posible
the people
para
who
pagar sus
count the
mensualidades.
votes
Pero la historia mía no es
that
única
count.
y no es original. La historia mía es la historia de millones de migrantes, de connacionales, de todos los países latinoamericanos buscando el sueño dorado en este gran país. Pero yo debo todo a esta mujer,
Yeah,
madre soltera,
he's getting
con
votes
3
right
años
now.
escolares completados, que trabajó
Jonathan,
como recamarera,
that's what he's
como
doing right now.
casas en las zonas más
Actively
exclusivas
getting
de
votes.
Los Ángeles y, por supuesto, en San Diego.
Because he was calling
Al
these
marcar
people
el comienzo de la
all
Semana del
kinds of
Patrimonio
names
de guatemalteco,
on tape.
reconocemos no solo los lazos profundos
And he's
que
acting
nos
like it
unen a
never
nuestras
happened.
comunidades, sino también las increíbles contribuciones que los inmigrantes
Called them
chapines
pinche
han
indios
hecho
and-
al tejido social, económico y cultural de
He
Los
went up
Ángeles.
on everybody.
La historia de Guatemala ha sido moldeado por la
He was at least
resiliencia
equal
frente a los
opportunity.
desafíos extraordinarios.
Equal opportunity,
Hoy día somos la segunda ciudad
giver, I
más
guess.
grande en todo el mundo. Los Chapines aquí, el lugar
Looks
que es
like Lou
la
Diamond
ciudad de
Phillips.
Los Ángeles.
Think so?
Los Ángeles es un lugar más rico
Got a
y
face of
vibrante
Edward
gracias
James
a
almost.
ustedes.
He's Edward James
Son una parte
almost.
integral de nuestro tejido social y estamos orgullosos de estar con ustedes hoy día. Gracias a los Chapines hoy día. Gracias a todos ustedes. Now, Mr. President, as well as
Is that Miss
distinguished members
Guatemala?
of the City Council of Los Angeles, it's my honor to introduce a gentleman, a distinguished leader who has been at the forefront of fostering the bonds between Guatemala and Los Angeles. Ambassador Jose Arturo Rodriguez is the Consul General of Guatemala and has dedicated over 3 decades to serving his country in foreign affairs. From his early days in Argentina to his current leadership role of the largest Guatemalan consulate in the world, right here in Los Angeles, Consul General Rodriguez has been a tireless advocate for the Guatemalan people. Please join me in welcoming Consul General Jose Arturo Rodriguez, Mr. Ambassador. Señor Embajador.
Mrs. Red Migrate,
Por favor.
Guatemala. Bro, shoot.
Thank you. Muchas gracias, señor concejal. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Sorry for my English, but I try to express some words. It's an honor to be for me to be here this morning and accompany you in this important act of proclamation of Guatemala Week. First, I would like to thank the Mayor Karen Bass for her valuable support that has given to entire Guatemalan community that resides in this city, as well as thank you.
Well, his English is better than my Spanish, Star.
And the Honorable City Council for approving this proclamation that is valuable by all Guatemalans in Los Angeles, not only by those whose residence in the Los Angeles, but by Guatemalan in the state of California, since this act fills every Guatemalan with joy and pride.
Just got to ask really quickly, because I know I've worked around a lot of Latinos, okay? And they're from all different places, and I know some of them don't get along. So do you guys think, yes or no in the chat room, do you think the Salvadorians were angry about having to wait and be behind the Guatemalans? What do you guys think?
To thank the Guatemala community.
Yes.
That made possible this event.
Absolutely,
to take
they
place,
are mad. Yep.
Which
Yes.
was valuable, motivated by the love for your beloved Guatemala. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Like, why did we go first?
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Next, Mr. President, as well as colleagues, we have 2 mayors who have joined
Holy
us
fuck.
from the Republic of Guatemala, 2 extraordinary leaders who are in the heart and soul of their respective cities. Next, we have Jose Roberto Ramirez Guerra, who's the mayor of San Pedro Pinula, a visionary
San
leader and who just
Pedro.
recently reelected, who also serves as the general manager of their own LADWP, the Municipal Electric Company, and is the president of the National Association of Municipalities of Guatemala.
All right,
Let's bring
everybody.
up the
I
mayor
gotta
of San
smoke.
Pedro Pinula, Mr. Jose Roberto Ramirez Guerra.
Always go back there yawning in the green.
Muchas gracias, buenos días. Un agradecimiento muy especial a concejal de León por permitirnos estar acá en esta oportunidad. Mi nombre es José Roberto Ramírez Guerra, alcalde municipal de San Pedro Pinula, Jalapa, un municipio pues pequeño, pero con mucha cultura, mucha tradición. Y pues queremos agradecerles a ustedes por esa iniciativa que fue aprobada del TPS acá en el Consejo Municipal, esperando que
You just got a volcano?
a través de
Shit,
ustedes
yeah,
se logre
OG.
un consenso en todo el
Let's
estado de
go,
California
you love it,
para
huh?
que esto
Get
logre
you
pasar
ripped, huh?
a Washington.
You gonna love that
Estados
thing.
Unidos es un país de inmigrantes durante siglos, se ha demostrado así.
And
Es
you're
un
gonna
país,
watch how you smoking less weed. 'Cause you're gonna be higher
fuerte,
longer,
sólido,
OG.
con muchas riquezas. Y nosotros, como país de Guatemala,
Someone
tenemos
else
lo
just
que
got
muchos
one, too, in
países
the room.
quieren y necesitan.
Forgot
Es su
who it was,
gente,
their wife
gente
bought it for
trabajadora,
him.
gente honesta, con ganas de salir adelante y trabajar duro, duro todos los días. Y en esta oportunidad estamos una delegación de Guatemala solicitando pues que se logre el TPS para nuestros connacionales, para que de esta manera tengan estas
I
personas.
love how
mejores
these guys are
condiciones
all
de
like
vida,
in Dodger
tengan oportunidad
jerseys
de
and regular
trabajo, de hecho,
shirts.
una
They're all
licencia
in
de
really
conducir
nice suits
y a un
and
permiso
dresses.
permanente para que nadie los margine, para que nadie los haga a un lado.
I can't lie though, I'd be dressed like the Salvadorians. I'd be rolling in there with a
Es un país
smoking
grande y
scan
lo ha
shirt.
hecho grande los migrantes. Muchas gracias y Dios
I ain't
bendiga.
rolling in a little goddamn suit. Well, I'm just telling the truth.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Catherine.
Mayor.
You know, good
Lastly,
product's a
we
good
have
product.
the mayor of Puerto Barrios, a man who is serving his third term.
Alex
with a
Clark,
strong focus on
all you gotta do is
modernization,
go to the-
economic development.
Especially now because it's almost Labor Day, right? So Labor Day, they may even have a Labor Day sale going on right now. So I would check. Go to Planet of the Vapes, like the movie Planet of the Apes, but with a V. planetofthevapes.com. They have them there. They have the original one, which is a lot cheaper than the digital one, the hybrid that I use. The hybrid, so you can use both concentrate and flower in the inside. So I would say if they don't have the sale, I would wait until the weekend coming up. That way, when you have the the Labor Day weekend, you know, you'll probably have a sale. They usually do. And not to mention, if you do end up buying them, they're a really good place to buy like the bags, because you'll need extra bags after a while. They give you quite a few. But, you know, after 3 weeks or something, the bag's no good. It's all sticky and it tastes funny, so you want a new one. So I get the bags from there. You'll need screens after a while, you know, because they give you a bunch. But they go, you know, they get gunky. So that's the thing, too. You just got to keep the little cartridge clean and you're good to go. 400 shipped, OG says. See, that's a good deal, man. Your lungs are worth it. This is the best form of smoking. Okay, because you're not smoking it really, you're vaping it. You know, so there's no plant matter, no butane from the lighter. You're not inhaling any of that anymore. And you're going to see how it tastes so much different. You can actually taste your weed. And then what the crazy thing is you're going to hit this for a week. Then I almost want you to go back and smoke a joint or hit a bowl and see what it tastes like to you. You're going to be like, oh my God, I was fucking hitting that the whole time? Holy shit. What am I doing?
Integral, que es la unión de nuestras familias.
261 likes, Ron. There's probably 100 dislikes, too.
Unida.
It's got to be almost ratio.
Quisiéramos hablar mucho esta mañana, pero poderles agradecer lo que ustedes hacen por su ciudad y lo que hacen por nuestra ciudad también, por nuestro país, Guatemala, que es importante.
Plus, they also sell the 3-foot bags. You can get two bags that are twice this size for like a party. You can hand them out at the party.
Como la que mencioné,
There's your
de
own
iluminar nuestra bandera en el edificio.
Only
Eso
3?
genera un sentimiento para nosotros allá lejos de saber que para ustedes
Probably 7 now that I said
nuestro
that.
país y nuestra gente es importante. Puerto Barrios es su casa.
No, I don't see
Guatemala
Mr. Herman or
es su
Spindler.
casa.
I'm hoping
Y
they're
queremos
there.
desde allá contribuir también al
Catherine, when's your
desarrollo de
birthday?
estas ciudades por medio de la mano de obra de muchos guatemaltecos. Que Dios bendiga al pueblo de los Estados Unidos, que Dios bendiga a la ciudad de Los Ángeles y que Dios los bendiga a ustedes.
When's your birthday, Catherine?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Again, these are incredible leaders from their respective cities in Guatemala. And also, too, I want to acknowledge and thank special members of the Guatemalan community who are helped spearheading this movement for TPS for Guatemalans who have been here for years, if not decades, in this country working. Walter Batres, who's been an incredible,
video editor.
leader
So he
here,
likes
is
this
also
too.
a constituent of
God,
City
it's the
14.
same you. Your palate has been
I want to recognize
nullified.
Jocelyn Duarte, too, who's half Salvadorian, half Guatemalan, too. Where's Jocelyn as well? Jocelyn over there. And I want to recognize an old colleague from the struggle. I mean, for decades, when we
I'll
started
just tell
One
you
Step
happy birthday
Immigration
because
on
I don't know when it
Esperanza
is.
Boulevard
Is it
in
now?
the heart of Boyle Heights. She's
belated
been
birthday,
there.
you with
An
thing from
incredible
another
leader.
world.
Happy birthday,
Meredith
Catherine.
Brown,
Happy
Meredith Brown.
birthday.
Meredith Brown.
Happy birthday.
Activist,
Happy
lawyer.
birthday.
Incredible.
Happy birthday,
you know,
Catherine.
Walter and Meredith and Jocelyn, all the incredible leaders that are present here today have been phenomenal in the TPS movement. And I just want to recognize
TPS?
all of them too. And, you know, the organizations also too that are present here, as well as the Mayan organizations. We have a lot of indigenous groups who are represented, especially down in Guatemala, 48 cantones.
Is it today,
as well, too.
Up your
I want to
birthday?
recognize and
Like
give it up
today,
for
your
them as
actual
well too.
birthday?
And you see also too these beautiful, strong, powerful women here today. You know, in their indigenous dress represents the various indigenous groups, Mayan groups. You know, specifically in Guatemala and how they
Look at him back there.
represent
Dude, he's
culture,
just like Mr.
the
Herman, I'm
language,
telling you. He's going
with
like this
incredible
and
pride,
shit. He's, you
the
know?
resilience of these women to have left their native countries for a whole variety of reasons, coming over here is just absolutely incredible. So,
Oh, it's the
Mr.
first. Okay.
President,
So we'll
as
celebrate it
colleagues,
then,
thank
too.
you for taking time to celebrate and recognize our incredible Guatemalan community.
We might have to do it on
and
the
bonds
2nd,
that tie us
'cause that's,
together as a great city, the city of Los
Or
Angeles.
no, wait, the second.
Muchas gracias. Thank you very
No,
much,
no,
Mr.
first.
President, as well as
Should
colleagues.
be on.
Thank you so much,
Or the night
Mr.
before.
Padilla.
Like that midnight.
Fabulous presentation. We have a speaker on the queue. Before you make your presentation, Councilmember Padilla.
Padilla.
Well, thank you, Councilmember De Leon, for bringing this presentation
on
here
Labor Day
today.
last year.
A todos los que están aquí, les espero
You would have the Dalton
una semana extraordinaria durante Guatemalan Heritage Week. Es una comunidad que
That's a
existe
birthday gift.
en números grandes en mi distrito. So, quería decirles algo.
She's
You know,
sniffling again.
felicidades a todos los que hablaron hoy, porque hablaron muy bien en su abogancia, en hablar de todo la importancia de todo lo que es el TPS. Y yo personalmente espero que todo nos salga muy bien en las elecciones nacionales, para que tengamos a alguien que de veras apoye
think she's
a
like
seguir
snorting
escuchando
Adderall,
y
maybe.
reconociendo lo que es la
Maybe,
comunidad
just my
guatemalteca.
thought.
Como platicaron,
I'm telling
es una
you she
comunidad
is.
que ha venido aquí para darle más al sabor a la cultura de Los Ángeles y también a todo lo que es contribuir a
Keep
la
you
economía.
focused and up.
Mucha gente no sabe, pero yo tengo vecinos inmediatos de una familia
Where's
de
Ian
un
at?
señor, don Luis Chan, que
Fuck is
trabajó
Ian?
por 7 años sin ver a su familia, y en ese 7º año por fin trajo a
I
su
know,
esposa,
right?
a sus hijos y a sus hermanos, y tiene un negocio de construcción muy exitosa. Hasta sale en la tele en un programa muy popular de Flip This House, y ahora todos sus hermanos tienen su negocio de construcción y les va muy bien, y se han inmersionado mucho en lo que es la comunidad de Los Ángeles, y les doy gracias por ser muy buenos vecinos. So, en su día los felicito y que todo les vaya muy bien, y pelearemos para que todo nos salga bien también en noviembre. Gracias.
See, she doesn't roll her R's.
Thank you,
She spoke a
Councilwoman
ton of
Padilla.
Spanish. They're all Spanish, except for Flip the House.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Guessing
Thank you,
there's
Council
no
President.
translation.
Thank you so much, Council Member, for bringing the Guatemalan community forward. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros hoy. Cónsul, un gusto verlo otra vez. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí y trabajar con la ciudad para poder levantar la cultura de Guatemala. Yo represento Westlake y Pico Union, unas áreas donde están las poblaciones más grandes de la comunidad guatemalteca en toda la ciudad de Los Ángeles y me da mucho orgullo poder representar esa área. Voy a estar en esa área esta semana para tener una cita con nuestros negocios chicos para ver cómo podemos levantar y apoyar a nuestros negocios guatemaltecos, también apoyar a los vendedores ambulantes que venden las garnachas, que venden la comida ahí en el corredor de Guatemala, en el Westlake. Aquí estamos para su servicio, para apoyarlos en como ustedes necesitan. Y otra vez, mucho orgullo que ustedes están aquí y representando Guatemala y ojalá que tengan una semana muy bien levantando el arte, la cultura, la comida y todo lo que es hermoso y rico del país de Guatemala. Muchas gracias.
Fox 11 announces media partnership with Anaheim Ducks will offer
Thank you so
a
much,
free
Mr. De Leon, to
over-the-air
close.
option for their fans.
Close with this.
My apologies, Mr. De Leon. Councilmember Rodriguez.
Not so fast. No, just congratulations and thank you, Mr. De
Streaming
Leon, for this
platform Victory
celebration. I think
Plus.
this, to the mayors and everyone that's here, I think you said it very beautifully. Because it really, when we talk about the
65 duck
diversity of the
games.
Latino community, there is one thing that uniquely, unites us all, and that's the incredible work ethic. That's the cultural pride, and I think it's the beauty of our people that is absolutely our strength. And so, from the indigenous roots to how we continue to make great strides here in this state, in this city, in this state, in this country, I just want to say thank you so much.
What great
for
strides are you
helping
talking
to
about?
continue to uplift
Oh,
the
for
very
you.
proud
I
legacy
get it.
of our diverse community, because I think it's one that we can all celebrate and join in and really celebrate together. And to the embajador, aquí tenemos una oportunidad para colaboración a servir a nuestra comunidad. Tengo consulado sobre ruedas en mi comunidad hoy con el cónsul de México y quiero trabajar con ustedes a traer estos servicios para nuestra comunidad también, porque yo sé es muy importante para todos. Okay? We have to bring government to the people. We can't continue to wait for them to come find us, and it's been incredibly successful. And so I'd love to collaborate with you all to continue to make sure that in the San Fernando Valley, we continue to make our resources available to everybody. Congratulations, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Padilla, and Ms. Hernandez. And I just want to, on behalf of the mayor as well as the council, I want to present this.
Yeah, why didn't they get
present it
gold?
to the ambassador, and the ambassador will take this.
The Guatemalans don't
proclamation from Los
deserve
Angeles,
gold? I think they do,
celebrating and
just as
recognizing
much as the
Guatemalan heritage
Ukrainians do.
To the president,
What's going on here?
to Guatemala. So on behalf of our colleagues here and Mayor Karen Bass, we present this to
Karen
the people of
Ass.
Guatemala, to the nation of Guatemala, to the ambassador.
Look at him. Watch the guy in the suspenders in the back. He's watching himself on the screen. He can see himself. Look at him, dude. He's starting to get a little... Maybe it's like something if you just go inside there. It's like Figueroa. Like it's haunted in the chambers. So as soon as you go into the chambers, you become possessed a little bit. Little by little. What do you guys think? And the more time you spend in there, the more you get possessed. I think so. That's why some of them stay away sometimes. Like, oh man, that shit's too much for me. Can only handle a little bit. It's like when they were
Thank you
putting the
very much, Mr.
glasses
President.
on
Thank
and they
you.
lived.
Gracias a todos.
They could only have the glasses on for a little bit, otherwise it would give them a headache.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. De Leon. Next, we'll have a quick announcement introduction from Councilmember Hernandez.
Oh man, hold
Thank
on.
you, Council President. And good
Hour
morning,
and 10
colleagues.
minutes in,
Today,
no work done.
I want to take a moment.
1 hour, 10 minutes. And
I
I
want
was
to take
2
a
minutes
moment
late.
to uplift Stephen Cruz, a Salvadorian-American
let's
leader
go.
based in Los Angeles who founded Academia de Fútbol Juvenil Amatense, AFJA, in 2018. AFJA's mission is to use soccer as a tool for social change in at-risk communities across Central America, while raising visibility for Salvadorian and broader Central American communities in Los Angeles. AFJA has organized Heritage Nights in collaboration with various sports teams in Los Angeles, raising funds that have benefited over 500 youth across Central America. They also provide academic support to more than 200 students. Under Stephen's leadership, Popusa with a Purpose was created, a social enterprise using AFJA food trucks to serve Salvadorian food and fundraise for youth and affiliate nonprofit programs. Colleagues, please join me in recognizing Stephen Cruz and all of Academia de Fútbol Juvenil Amatense for their dedication to our youth and Central American communities. Please join me in celebrating them. We have a certificate.
A certificate? He don't even get a fucking frame. Do you think he's like...
This from the city of Los Angeles.
Do you guys think that he sees all the frames and he's like, wait a minute, why did I get the Peachy
folder? You'll be able to find this team at Dodger Stadium tonight at Salvadoran Heritage Night, where they're going to be selling chicharrón, they're going to be selling pupusas, Salvadoran quesadillas at tonight's Dodger game. So please join them and support this organization, supporting young people all across Central America and here in Los Angeles. Thank you. Please join me in again supporting and recognizing their work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Councilmember.
I'm sure he's
Hernandez.
pissed, but then he's probably said to himself, I don't want that ugly frame
from the
anyways.
clerk.
I'd go to Michael's and
Yes,
change
thank
it,
you,
so I'm good.
Mr. President. For item 1, just for the record,
Chicharrones.
this item is a public hearing item for the
The
hearing of
pork rinds,
comments
right?
regarding the sewer service charges and related fees. Council action is not required at this time during today's council meeting.
Papusi?
Consideration
No,
of the
papusa.
Energy and Environment and Budget Finance and Innovation Committee's report and ordinance first
Those are good,
consideration
papusa.
relative to this matter is scheduled for Friday, August 30th.
Because they make so many different kinds.
2024 council meeting
you know?
as agenda item
Chicken,
2.
beef,
Also for the
cheese.
record, item 21, the subject facility is
Sure they
located in
probably make
Council
pork.
District 14. And lastly, there's a request to continue item 3 to Tuesday, September 24th, 2024, as recommended by
This
the
is
Los
the
Angeles
clerk.
Department of Building and Safety.
This is the clerk, Doom Hat. You're talking about
All right,
the city
and,
attorney.
Mr.
He's probably
Price?
there. Just don't see him because the camera's not on him.
Thank you, Mr. President. I must recuse myself.
there he
Item
is. He's right here.
68. My wife has worked on this project.
Oh, here was
excellent.
A bunch
Item
of caution,
6.
I'm recusing myself.
Of course he's going to
Item
recuse himself.
Item 6-8, we have a recusal.
Get out of here, Grady. What do you even come
Price.
over here for? God damn it.
Councilmember Rahman.
Dummy.
God
I
dang.
have
Now you got a mask
motion
on today? Why? What's
for-
going
amending
on?
motion for item
What
17,
happened today?
And the city attorney has the language for that.
The amending motion reads,
Look at
I
him, look at
move
his hair.
Item 17
Oh,
on
he
today's council
definitely-
agenda.
he definitely
be
didn't
amended
comb
to
today.
adopt the following. 1. Determine that the issuance
on an
of a liquor
all-night
license
bender.
at Trader Joe's, located at 14140 West Riverside Drive, Unit A110, will serve the public convenience or necessity.
Is he sick? I
And
don't
will
know.
not tend to create a law enforcement problem.
Does he look sick?
2. Grant the application for determination of public convenience or necessity for the sale of alcoholic beverages for off-site consumption at
funny,
Trader
man.
Joe's, located at
You guys make me laugh.
14140 West Riverside Drive, Unit A110. And
I
3,
needed a good laugh.
instruct the city clerk to transmit this determination to the State Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control as required findings under Business and Professions Code, Section 23958.4. And is there a second to this motion?
Yeah, Alexander, he has to in
Is there
order
a
to
second
get
for this
paid.
motion? If not else,
So,
Mr. Blumenfield?
you know, he's just getting
All right,
paid to
Mr.
show up,
Blumenfield seconds.
essentially, until his
All right, what's next?
until his
Mr. President,
arraignment.
the council may now move on to closed session item 69, considered by the Budget, Finance, and Innovation Committee, and called special by Councilmember Rodriguez for a separate vote.
All right, we've got Mr. Blumenfield. I'll call on you to give us guidance on this, and if we can track down Councilmember Rodriguez for the second.
Track her down. She's on. She's in the
This was
back
considered by
grazing.
the Budget Committee, a majority of the Budget Committee members.
Come on, Monica,
voted
get out
to move
here.
This forward. I think we can.
She's
hear
out
this
back
in
taking a
open
shit.
session and recommend an aye vote.
All right.
She's in the bathroom playing battleships.
Mr. President, for item 69, in the case entitled Michelle Anderson
Battleships.
versus City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to expend up to $350,000 in
He
settlement.
sank my battleship. I just like the posture on 3-inch shrimp. He's just like, He's a big dude, too. You can tell. Oh, 3-inch shrimp. 6'5" with the 3-inch shrimp. All right, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Smoke.
Can we read the instructions for public comment into the record before we open the roll on this item?
Yes, sir. As indicated on the agenda, members of the public wishing to offer public comment should call 669-254-5252 and use
voice
meeting
your
ID number
opinion.
160-535-8466
it right
and
there.
then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9
Randy.
to request
All
to
day,
speak.
every day.
When it is your turn to speak, an automated Zoom voice will ask you
That's
to
your
press
boyfriend,
star 6
3-inch
to
shrimp?
unmute. Let me repeat.
He knows how to use it, though, Randy. It's all that matters. That motion of the
669-254-5252
ocean,
and
baby.
use meeting ID
Banging
number
shrimp.
160-535-8466 and then press pound. Then press pound again when prompted for a participant ID. Once admitted into the meeting, press star 9 to request to speak. When it is your turn to speak,
He's got
an automated
fans. I
Zoom
mean,
voice will ask
I've
you to
heard,
press
what's his
star
name?
6 to unmute.
Sean from Canoga
To
Park
people
talks
providing
about his
public comment,
fans.
when it is your turn to speak, either at the podium
I've
or
heard
on
him
the
say it a
phones,
couple times.
please state which of the agenda items
Oh,
you'd like to
Sean.
speak to. You will have 1 minute per item.
We better
up
get
to
some
3
good
minutes
callers
total for
today.
the items
I
open
want
for
Brock,
public comment.
Jason.
We will tell you when your time is up.
I want
When speaking on the agenda
anybody
items,
else, of
you
course,
must
that
be
wants
on
to call.
topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can.
Who else do I want?
If you are not on
Richard
topic,
Serrano,
or if we
Rob
cannot tell
Kwan.
whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning
Eric
from me
Previn.
or the president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic.
Shelly
If you
Babes.
do not do so, or if you again stray off topic,
Laguna.
you will forfeit the rest of your
Lobster.
speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker.
Allison.
The items
I don't think
open
she's
for
here,
public
though.
comment are items
I
1,
didn't see her.
3 through 19,
probably at
and
work.
45 through 68. Again, the
She got a
items
real
open
job.
for public comment are items 1, 3 through 19,
Daniel
and items
Gus,
45
that's it.
through 68.
Substack.
Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment.
Well, I want Stacy to sing
During
in
general
person.
public comment, members of the public
Better.
may speak to any of the items
the phone
or
can
anything
fuck
else
up
in the city's subject
song.
matter jurisdiction. For members of the public calling in, when it is your turn to speak, an automated message from Zoom will prompt you to press star 6 to unmute yourself. If you do not do so, council staff will prompt you once
Ike,
more.
if you want to know how big my
At that
dick is,
point,
you have to
you
go
need
on my OF
immediately
and
unmute
pay for
yourself,
it.
Or unfortunately, you will forfeit your speaking time, and we will have to move on to the next caller.
Got pics
Finally,
up there.
because of a brief time
25
delay
bucks
between the live
PayPal
meeting
to
and the
unlock.
broadcast, two things are important.
Just opens
First,
up really
while
quick,
waiting for your
shows
turn to
you, and
speak
then
on the
closes
phones,
back up.
Please keep an ear to the phone so you know in real time when it
Just
is your
in time.
turn to press star 6 to unmute.
Hell
Second,
yeah, I have
if you're
OF, Sean.
listening
I
to
got
this
a big
meeting
ass
on another
fucking horse
device,
dick. What do you
please
want?
turn down the volume on that device immediately when it's your turn to speak. Between feedback and the time delay, it will cause a great deal of confusion if you continue
world
to
needs
listen
to
on your
see
other
that.
devices. Thank you.
All right, and do we have a special announcement for item number 1?
You know?
Mr. Clerk?
The council may now vote on item 69.
Horse dropped in the past.
All right. Item 69 call for a separate
How do
vote by
people not
Councilmember
like the
Rodriguez.
drops?
Let's
I
open
mean,
the roll.
come on. There's so many good ones. Like, I
Close the
understand you may
roll,
not like
tabulate the
one
vote.
here or there. I get it. You're not gonna like all of them, but man, so many of them are so
right.
great. You gotta, it just
next?
kicks it up a notch. You gotta
Mr.
see
President, the
it.
council may now proceed to public comment.
All right, so with public comment, we have item number 1. Can we take all the public comment?
They are
and exhaust
versatile.
that on item number 1?
In case we
before
get a
go
horse
to
chase.
Public comment on other items and general public comment.
Start talking about his shrimp. I don't have a shrimp
All right, are there
drop.
special instructions to read there?
There are not any special instructions, but if you'd like, we can start.
That's what I'm
so
saying,
if
Matt.
anybody
So do
would
I.
like to speak to item number 1 only, that's the only
Only.
public comment we're going to take at this
Only.
time. Would you please line up on your left-hand side of the council chambers.
I would pay $25
Keep in mind
just to see him
that
put a
this
new
does
era
count
hat on.
towards your 3 minutes.
I
want to
know his fitted size.
So while we will be taking up the other items separately, that this 1 minute on item 1 does count against your 3
Comfortable
minutes for the other
new
items
era
generally.
fitted hat. I mean, bro, it's got to be around 11. I think I'm a 6 7/8. Something like that.
Good morning. Okay, good morning.
gotta
I'm speaking
be.
on item 1.
10
My name
to
is
11.
Simboya Wright, and I'm the Vice President of
8.5 is
SEIU
pushing
Local 721. I'm also a proud City of Los Angeles employee,
9 and 5/8.
sanitation, and wastewater conveyance operator. Item number 1 is so very important. First off, I'd like to thank everyone.
You know those
for taking
giant
the oath
funny
to
hats they
protect
have now,
the
where it's like a
citizens of
hat
Los
inside of a
Angeles.
giant
And
hat?
that's what this item
He
is
needs
about.
the giant hat.
It's about making sure that we don't have sewage
pay to see
backing into people's properties. We don't have overflowing sewers going into the ocean.
Are you really,
If
Jeff?
we don't take
No
care
joke?
of this 80-year-old infrastructure,
That's a pretty big hat.
that's what will happen. So it's all of our responsibility, not just wastewater. Each and every one of you have to make a decision to make sure that we do not have overflowing sewers and
You're
sewers
an
backing
8, Matt?
into the constituents that pays this,
Pretty
this
big
bill.
hat.
We have to do this together. It's not on the backs of sanitation employees. It's all of us together. So I ask you, please, we support it, and we're asking you to support this. Thank you.
That's it. I step on it sometimes.
Good morning. If you could please
Really
remind
hurts.
us of the name you signed up under and the items you'd like to speak to. Sorry, go ahead. 1 minute for item number 1. I apologize.
Okay, Lorna Paisley, item number 1. I'm opposed to this increase. The people have things added to their expenses all the time from every situation there is. This isn't really necessary because there's the infrastructure bill, which gave California $44 billion, 3.4 of it to go to water issues. So take that money, find a way to get $700,000 out of $3.5 billion, and let the people off the hook this time. You want to take advantage of us whenever you can, and I oppose that. Thank you.
Yeah, fuck the water company. Fuck DWP.
Good morning. Go ahead. You have 1 minute for item 1.
Good morning, and in my quickest voice, I only have 1 minute. Tim Jones, 35-year resident, 35 years paying DWP. I am opposed to Prop 218 as stated with the increase. From what I understand, the waste has moved from the to reclamation from the lower to the higher.
Bernie
Lower
Dookie.
areas are more affluent, that being Manhattan Beach, Culver City. Moving it to a higher level, you have the poor areas. Some would actually consider that to be social injustice. The DWP bill for water, my water bill is $10.40 per 100 cubic feet. In Manhattan Beach, it's $7.16 per 100 cubic feet. Sewer in DWP is $5.80 per 100 cubic feet. In Manhattan Beach, it's $1.46 cents per cubic feet. The other thing is the volume of sewage. I have a pool. If my
Speaker, your
pool
time has
runs-
expired. We have to move on to the next speaker.
Reclamation plants, they burning dookie up in there.
That needs to go. Why are we sitting in a town that burns decent?
My name is Dory Frank. I live in the Fairfax District, County.
Go ahead. You have
Council
1 minute
District
for
5.
item number 1.
I'm talking about it. I believe that 22% is excessive. You really haven't asked the homeowners how they feel about it on their tax bill. You don't show how it's going to solve the problem. Therefore, before considering, you should ask all the homeowners.
I haven't
know,
been
I
on
know
X.
notice I got
I'll
was
look,
in the
Tom.
Beverly Press about this. So the question is, whether or not it's really worth raising it 22. Why not raise it 50%?
If he sent it, I'm sure I
There's no
got
eff-
it.
I don't see where it's effective. So I want you to reconsider it, the 22%. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure if he sent it, I got it. I stay away from social media as much as I can.
Good morning. So you have
The
1
fucking
minute for item number
colonel.
1.
Shit, yeah.
Thank you.
finger
Good
looking
morning,
good.
council members. My name is Charlie Mims. I'm Executive Director of the Los Angeles Professional Managers Association, and I'm here to speak in support of the sewer fee increase. And by the way, I am a homeowner in the city of Los Angeles and have been for decades. This is a matter of the health and safety of the public in the city of Los Angeles and other areas that the sewer system serves. It's also a matter of helping to maintain the environment of Santa Monica Bay. And these increases are going to only tread water for the sanitation workers and the facilities that are needed in order to maintain the health and safety and the environment. So we strongly recommend the yes vote on this when it comes up on Friday. Thank you.
The Colonel!
Still finger looking good.
Good morning. I'm presenting on behalf of the Neighborhood Council. I believe I'm accorded extra time.
Ooh. So this will be a neighborhood impact statement, is that correct?
I have a community impact statement to present on behalf of the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council.
Okay. So you have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
5 minutes. I won't use that much, but thank you. My name is Tess Taylor. I'm the president of the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council, here appearing on its behalf to strongly oppose the rate increase and the manner in which it has been conveyed to ratepayers. All of the council members and their staff should have a copy of our community impact statement and my remarks today. In bringing this matter to your attention, I in no way wish to make responsible for or diminish the fine work of the Bureau of Sanitation's director, Barbara Romero. Our community has come to rely on her and her department, all of whom set an enviable level of quality and service in city government and who have a difficult and often thankless job to perform. Thank you to her and her team. However, an intentional setup to circumvent a good faith and meaningful due process and to achieve an unjust and virtually unopposed council approval has occurred. The city is circumventing a tax increase ballot measure by using its monopoly power to impose a massive cost increase on residents and businesses to offset the hundreds of millions in taxpayer funds lost on failed policies.
What are you
this
hollering
quietly
for?
doubles our sewer charges while conducting a de facto election under the guise of a benign public relations let us know your thoughts outreach. No one, none except the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council filed a community impact statement because no one knew that a council file number existed. No notices on this matter contain the council file number, which, as is well known here, is a critical element in how the council is notified about the opinions of neighborhood councils through their own due process in accordance with the long-standing purposes of the neighborhood council system, a so-called grassroots democracy. The absence of critical identifying information, such as a council file number, is a significant suppressant, which has the effect of limiting the very opinions which each of you, every elected council member, should solicit, welcome, and encourage. How coincidental is it that the advancement of this proposal occurs alongside 3 other significant policy proposals, all scheduled during the same period during the month of August when most families are on summer vacations? It certainly thins the ranks of potential protesters, doesn't it? An independent analysis is needed, but it's absent.
John Goff, thank you.
An independent, impartial third-party review and analysis, including by the Office of Public Accountability and the ratepayer advocate, who is not permitted to review the proposed sanitation rates, is missing. What is the point
Noise
of a
canceling
public
headphones
ratepayer
while I bang her.
advocate who is not permitted to advocate? The only analysis we've received is a whitewashed public relations version promoted by the revenue beneficiaries themselves. Our public tax dollars are paying city staff to work against interests of residents, voters, and taxpayers. The way that this rate increase has been manipulated virtually guarantees adoption by this government as a largely unregulated monopoly utility.
Hal Brown,
The burden
thank
of
you,
proof
Hal.
sufficient for
Appreciate
approval
you.
has not been carried by the City of Los Angeles, and to add insult to injury, the council sits in judgment of its own institutional proposal. The city is handling this rate increase in such a concealed manner as to be in breach of its fiduciary duty to voters by holding an election while pretending that we want to keep you informed, but never stating that, in fact, this is a referendum, the disclosures for which are completely inadequate. A standard that a proposed rate increase will be approved unless a majority of ratepayers file timely written protest is completely backwards, counterintuitive, and should be unacceptable to you as it is to ratepayers. I'm on my way to the city clerk's office to hand deliver 40 protests. If anyone else would like to sign one, please do. We're taking them over now, and we have blank forms. Copies of my statement are available for the public and the press. Again, my name is Tess Taylor. Thank you for your attention. President of the Greater Toluca Lake Neighborhood Council.
Damn near used 5 minutes.
Go to sleep, crazy lady.
I'm banging her.
Please get on top of me.
I'm a hate fuck it.
You have hate in your heart.
Good morning. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to request an extra minute if possible. My name is Deborah Bartlett. With all due respect, I also want to say I agree with Tess Taylor and everything that she said and the truth that she said. With all due respect, I stand before all of you, the City Council members, and protest and oppose the sewer service charge rates of Proposition 218.
Is it all
It is
chicks?
unjust. It
Notice
lacks
they're all
integrity
women.
and good faith. If you pass this Proposition 218, you as a council member and personally will bring hardship, undue hardship, on the people of LA. All will reap the consequences of your actions. The people will and are taking action. Remember the Tea Party in the early days of our history. Remember how the people came together and brought about the passing of Prop 13 when to stand against the high property taxes that the city imposed, causing people to lose their homes. This is going to happen again with you increasing the rates of the sewer charges.
Speaker, your time has expired. Your time has expired.
This sucks more than anything that has ever sucked before.
Good morning. You have 1 minute for item number 1. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Eva Ford McDonald, and I reside in West Toluca Lake, North Hollywood. I'm here to protest Proposition 218, increasing the sewer service charge rates. The proposed increasing rates by 22% by October is outrageous. People on a fixed income cannot afford increased rates when the cost of living is already so high. This will hurt the citizens of Los Angeles. We need to keep the sewer service charge rates currently where they are. Please help us maintain that.
I
Thank
agree.
you.
Fuck the DWP. They make enough. They don't need any more money.
Good morning. My name is Rosemary Douglas. I agree with Tess Taylor. I live in the community, and I also am protesting against Proposition 218, the sewer service rate increase. It is extortion. A lot of people are on fixed incomes, and the high cost of rent and food, it becomes greed. Thank you.
Is the next one Laser Lady? Is that Harriet? No, it's not her. Never mind. Never mind.
Good morning. My name is Christina Jones. I'm an environmental engineer with the City of Los Angeles. I'm also on the negotiation team with SCIU. I'm here to speak on the sewer rate charge. Just at LA Sanitation, I've never seen a more dedicated workforce. And even though they have some of the dirtiest jobs, they come into work every day and they're committed to what they do. And they are on the front line and first defense of keeping our communities clean. The cost of many things in our day-to-day lives have gone up, and we've seen this impact our work as well. The rate increase is critical to support our ongoing work at sanitation. Our sewer system runs 24/7, and failure is not an option. So I say it again, the rate increase is critical to support our ongoing work in sanitation to protect public health and the environment. Thank you.
This sucks.
Hello, my name is Dr. Tania Pineda, Water Quality
Under
Data and
over
Policy Specialist
four.
at Gilde Bay, a nonprofit
Ums
organization
and
with over
uhs.
35 years
He's
of
coming up.
experience safeguarding the health of coastal waters in Greater Los Angeles.
He only gets
I'm
1
also
minute.
representing Mark Gold from NRDC. I want to express our deep concerns regarding the overdue sewer service charge increase.
Over?
The catastrophic
Under?
flood at the
Under?
Hyperion Water
Over?
Reclamation Plant
Under?
in July
Under?
2021, which spilled 13 million gallons of sewage into the Santa Monica Bay, exemplifies the dangers of neglecting sewer line maintenance. This event not only endangered the health of Los Angeles County residents and Hyperion workers, but also caused severe environmental impact. such as noxious fumes and surrounding communities and the continued discharge of undertreated wastewater into the ocean. This incident could have been prevented with adequate funding for operations, maintenance, and necessary capital improvements. Both NRDC and Hilda Bay consider the sewer service increase crucial. It has been long overdue and is now a necessity rather than a choice. However, we must ensure that this increase remains affordable for our most at-risk residents. Thank you.
Who the fuck are you, man?
Good morning, all, and thank you in advance for your attention. My name is Madeline Siegel. I'm here with LA Waterkeeper. We must recognize that this increase, while necessary, is reactive and does not move us forward. This increase addresses the resources needed to maintain our existing infrastructure, but does not move us forward toward a future where we are treating and reusing our water so that LA can become more water secure and resilient. In the next 5 years, as this increase is implemented, the city must also implement a strategic plan as to how to fulfill its pledge to recycle 100% of its water and source 70% of water locally by 2035, fast approaching. The city must create a financing plan for how it will achieve these goals with as minimal an impact as possible to LA ratepayers.
I don't know
especially
about
to the
that
most
noticer.
vulnerable
There's a whole lot of them I
Thank
wouldn't want to
you.
listen to. Go hang out with some white liberal ones and tell me how much you want to listen to them.
Good morning, City Council members. My name is Justin Breck, and I'm the Climate Resilience Fellow at Los Angeles Waterkeeper. We support the proposed sewer service charge increases, and they are long overdue. But I just want to talk briefly on the issue of affordability. We are sympathetic to communities that are facing so many financial burdens nowadays that also have to see an increase in sewage rates. Unfortunately, our system is aging, and sewage spills in our streets, inland waters, and coastal waters pose a significant public health and environmental hazard. And we have not raised rates to maintain our infrastructure to prevent such spills. This is even more critical with rising costs over the past few years that have pushed the city even further behind in maintaining its wastewater system. While recognizing that Prop 218 limits what we can do to promote affordability for our most at-risk residents, we urge the city to do whatever it can to protect Angelenos who will be most impacted by this increase. Thank you so much.
Here he comes. He's coming up next. Member 4, under or over 4. Here we go. He only gets 1 minute.
Hello, my name is Caroline Sim. I'm a 15-year owner of 2 rent-controlled units in Silver Lake, CD13. I'm opposed to the sewer rate increase that
So
would
am I.
double over the next 5 years.
I agree.
As a homeowner who has experienced skyrocketing costs of water, electricity, as well as the owner's burdens of LAHD, something's got to stop. Sanitation sewer charges doubling over 5 years is just like the needle that, or the whatever,
Straw
that
that
broke the
broke the
camel's back. I'm
straw.
just so fed up because increasing the fees will not solve the problem.
Agreed.
Like I said, in the last 15 years, I have been one of those homeowners who sits on the lowest part of the block, and therefore, anytime there is a sewer blockage in the main line, it backs up onto my property. That has happened 8 times, despite all of the other previous sewer increases over the last 15 years. I call for an audit, making the department efficient, and using the money that it currently has better, so that no increases need to be had. Thank you.
I agree with her. All right, here we go. Look at him. Masked up, ready to go. Under over 4.
This is item number 1, the sewer service charge increase. That kind of makes sense. You know, the city is, that you're taking this up because the way the city runs, you run the city is kind of equivalent to about a sewer. You say you need all this extra money from the sewer service charge increase, but there's actually all kinds of other places you could get the money without charging people more for a sewer service. Like, instead of increasing the sewer service rate, you could take the extra money you need from the LAPD's budget and put it towards whatever you need wherever you need the extra money. Or you could take it away from the budget for encampment sweeps and put it towards whatever use that money to cover whatever the sewer service charge increase is here. So there's all kinds of other places you could take the money without charging people more money. But you'd rather just charge people more money while you just run the city into the ground. So yeah, Kevin needs to resign. You need to stop screwing over the hillside via tennis.
There's 7 in just 1 minute. 7 ums in just 1 minute.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak to item number one only, who has not yet been given the opportunity to speak on item number 1? Going once, going twice. Okay, so it looks like we have exhausted public
One
comment
every
in
9
the room
seconds or so.
on item number 1, Mr. President.
All right, are we required
Did
to go to
the
phones
rare
on this?
double is?
Yes, can we go ahead and take the first caller, please? And for the callers that are listening,
I can see Lobster, too.
before we begin,
What's up, Lobster?
I'd like
See?
to ask
There
the
you
staff
go.
to please lower everyone's hands. And callers, please
can
listen
see.
carefully. If you would like to speak
If you
to
don't see
item
your
number
chat,
1
Lobster, you got to
only,
go to the top,
please
those
press
3
star
bars,
9
click
to
that,
raise
and
your hand to
push
speak
all
now.
messages.
So we are going to take
That way it
item
shows
number 1
all your
separately.
messages, not
So right
just
now,
some. I don't know
public
why
comment
they
is
do
open
that,
only for item number 1.
but there you go.
Speaker with the last 4 digits 1881, please unmute yourself.
Yes, good morning.
Candido.
Public comment item 1.
So
Candido.
it's not public comment right now. It's item number 1. So you have 1 minute for item number 1. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. First of all, Mr. President, you look pretty sharp up there in that nice suit. In regards to this wastewater, we must protect the infrastructure. But, it's funny that I've seen this over and over again for 35 years where the council will bring forth a tax and the public doesn't seem to know about. I want to thank the Toluca Lake and the Lady Tess for being there and for arguing for communities. That's what neighborhood councils should do. I know that the city workers are there and they're supporting it because it means their job. But I would hope that they're being honest and truthful in regards to this thing, because we cannot continue to tax Los Angeles citizens and residents. It's just becoming too difficult to live in this city. I will be speaking on all other items and general public comment. Thank
Michael
you.
Melarago. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate you.
Okay, next caller.
And general public. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Michael.
Speaker with the last 4 digits 7255, please unmute yourself.
This is Richard Serrano. I'd like to speak on item number 1. Again, I understand the product. The whole point is you guys are going to increase taxes on people when the state, you've already federally been funded to do this work.
That's right.
Yes, the unions want that,
Double dip.
the money. I'd love to see the workers there that actually live in the city of LA, not the county, in the city of LA, that this tax is going to be imposed. Stand up. Or you just want it for your benefits. That money should be not on us. You should tell the people, if they have large properties, you can get a sub-meter to reduce the cost of water that doesn't go to your sewage system to save the city people money. But you won't tell them how to save money. You'll tell them you're going to implement something, and most of these people don't own houses in the city of LA. They're there to lobby, again, to get that union work in. And I'm 100% behind union, but not when you're increasing the taxes on people and they're not aware of what you're doing. You do it behind closed doors, oh, wow, that's what you do. But when you're informed and there's money there,
Okay, caller,
and
your
it's already
time
been
has
given,
expired on item number 1. So next caller.
All right, so remember, everybody comes back in the...
Speaker
everybody
with
you
the last
saw
4
and heard
digits,
gets to come back and do general
5380,
public
please
comment.
unmute yourself.
Yeah, is there anybody for this rate increase that doesn't work for LADWP or isn't Charlie Mims?
Right.
It seems like everybody who pays taxes in Los Angeles who isn't a lobbyist or works for LADWP doesn't want a rate increase. We can't afford it. And we don't trust LADWP with our money. Maybe if they need money, they could try not paying their fraudulent Accenture bills or not paying the fraudulent contracts that they've made, companies that are owned by their executives. LADWP is a cesspool that is under investigation by the FBI. How many more people from LADWP are going to be indicted? We can't trust them with our money, and this rate increase is ridiculous, exorbitant, and uncalled for. Thank you.
Stay in line.
Okay, next caller.
Caller with the last four digits,
There you go,
2616. Please unmute
That's what I
yourself.
told you. She just made it a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's Eric Previn
The
from
lawyer.
Studio City.
The lawyer.
Item 1, is that what's up on the docket?
Yes, go ahead. Can you please start his time over? So you have 1 minute for item number 1.
Thank you. So the bi-monthly charge for the typical family home on this is going to go from $72.27 up to $92.08, which means that the bi-monthly charge is going to go to about $155 by 2028, which means that that's $933 per parcel. So it's a huge amount of money. Now the question is, how can the city, in good faith, come after the people again, since there have been so many fuck-ups, including the $38 million lawsuit settled just yesterday, where the money for the Mei Ling egregious disability laws. I mean, we are just stacking up bad things. And in the meantime, you're only trying to add more offices. The council or the county supervisors are trying to do the same thing. Lindsay Horvath, there's a motion to increase the size and scope of the fucked up government. We need to scale things back and make it more effective. Even Rodriguez and
Caller, your 1 minute has
voted against
expired.
this
Next caller.
Call in user 1. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, my name is Jason, and I'm a smoker scan viewer.
Good morning. You have 1 minute for item number 1 only. Go ahead.
Cool, thank you there, brother. Yeah, I think there's an issue with the water company and people work at the water because I met this chick the other day down on Figueroa that worked for the water company, and she was asking me if I wanted to start service, a water service, and I guess I answered it wrong because now I gotta get my front seats detailed in my car because the bitch done peed all over my damn car, whatever there. So I'm not sure if she actually worked for the water service or if that's some kind of new freaky thing they're doing down on Figueroa. But I think it's definitely an issue we have here because if I'm gonna get my floorboards filled full of her urine and pee and her ass juices, I think we should probably say no to that. There's better things we can spend money on. We can get the fathead poster down on Figueroa. Now, see, there's better use of our money there. Because, the chicks down here getting things done with the election coming up, there's going to be some good deals going on, and we want to make sure they're aware of what's going on. But the little water deal, no thank you, because now
Caller,
my
your time
car
has
smells
expired.
like
Next caller.
4-piece.
Call in user 3. Please unmute yourself.
Good morning, Brock Landers, Los Angeles private investigator.
Fucking dead.
On number 1,
enforcement type
I'm
guy.
against the fee increase. Why don't the sewage workers just burn the dude? It seems like you guys are just trying to get more money to your union buddies. And it was cool of them for so many of them to come down here for 2 hours during their workday to watch two people speak. And you guys spew more crap than smokes weed or blows out candles. Happy birthday, D. So it's understandable why you would think that there's a crap overflow issue. My boy Jimmy in Toluca Lake, he's also against this increase. Hey, you would think people would start to realize that you're not the party interested in helping little people or poor people. Why don't you use some of that money that the governor wants to give to non-citizens to buy homes? And Hitler stash, we're sympathetic that you look like a chomo. You can put me back on hold.
A law enforcement type of guy who is hired by people to stop these bad individuals.
Caller with the last
Fucking
four
love it.
digits, 9716. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, good morning. Let's speak on item number 1, please.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Thank you. Good morning, City Council members. The property taxes are too high. The electricity rates are too high. What else do we need? Raising the prices of sewer is too high. Families are struggling these days. Homeowners are struggling. As a DWP customer, I'm struggling. Now I got to pay more for sewage? That's ridiculous. Why don't you guys, instead of raising the rates, go apply for grants? The government does have plenty of money to hand out grants to do repairs for sewers. It doesn't make sense why we have to pay more. Now the cost of doing business is too expensive. Now the cost of utilities is getting more and more expensive. This is not the answer for that, and I'm asking the city council members to vote no on this number
Caller,
one
your time has
item.
expired. Next caller.
Speaker with the last four
Fucking dunked
digits,
him.
1115.
saying something.
Please unmute yourself.
Sean O'Brien, Venice resident, 30 years. Hey, my rates have doubled in the last 20 years. DWP, it transfers $400 million annually to the city's general fund. This is an illegal tax, which now costs me about $600 a year. I'd say use the money that DWP puts into the general fund. Use that money. Mayor Villagrosa imposed a sewer fee. Told it to the public saying that we were going to get 10,000 officers. Never happened. LA does not have a housing crisis. It has an affordability problem. Doubling sewer rates will only add to our cost of shelter. LA's new upzoning is another gift to developers who will add thousands of units bearing no added costs or community impact funds. The cost should be shared between the developers and the excess monies from DWP and maybe a small portion from ratepayers. The city plunders the money that DWP puts in
Caller,
the
your
general
time
fund.
has expired on
How
this
long
item.
will-
Next caller, please.
Call in user 5. Please unmute yourself.
DanielGuss.substack.com. I want to click on the other items later, but for this one, by the way, Tom, you're already guilty on all counts. You have a corruption problem, as if you didn't know. So why are the rest of us having to bear the burden? Not that this isn't a serious issue, but meanwhile, look at the council member from the 15th district isn't even paying attention. They're
So,
sitting there
Mr. Gus,
talking
I'm going to
to
need
each
you to
other
stick to
while
item number
talking.
1. Go ahead.
I am, and I'm pointing out that while this is going on, you've got to give me my time back, sir. Look at the council members not even paying attention. This is a corruption problem. This isn't a sewage or wastewater problem. This is a corruption problem. This is an LA Times problem for endorsing candidates that allow this corruption. We should have more convictions, more indictments, and lower rates. You should have used all of the money that you're asking for now that you squandered on corruption. Run a better government, vote for better people. This won't be a problem.
Mr. Gus, your time has expired on this item. Next caller.
Caller with the last four digits, 8260. Please unmute yourself.
Good morning. My name is Allison. I'm from CD6, CD1, CD9. I'd like to speak on item number 1, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Can you start our time over? Go ahead.
Thank you. I just think that, unfortunately, despite there being a corruption problem, that the citizens may probably look into paying this tax. I also own a beach house in Imperial Beach, California, the most polluted beach in the United States, and it smells like literal donkey shit every night over there. And it's because of both infrastructure problems on America's side and Mexico's side. So I really think that having good infrastructure is key, so that if you people want to not smell or have your home smelling like absolute shit, pay the rates, get the work done, because not updating your infrastructure causes it to break down and then not work. And when your pump systems don't work, your neighborhood smells like shit. I yield the rest of my time. Please put me back on for general public comment and for the rest of the items. Thank you.
Absolutely gross.
I'm glad my place
Caller
don't
with the
smell like
last
donkey
four
shit.
digits, 9519. Please unmute yourself.
Burning Dookie. That's what it's finna be about. It's burning Dookie.
Yes, my name's Dick, and I'm smoking a can of beer.
So, caller, you've already used your 1 minute on this item, so this is your only warning for today. Please do not call in until it's time for public comment and general public comment. Do not disrupt this meeting. Next caller.
First 3.
Call-in user with the last four digits, 4610. Please
Call them
unmute
pumpkin.
yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Call
you.
them
This is for
pumpkin
item
head.
number
There's
1. Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
All right, so I actually approve of this tax increase.
What?
I like hearing this language that I'm hearing from the homeowners, the people that can actually make a difference in the city because they're the only ones with the resources to do so. It's so rare that you see them come down and show up for anything. And really the only thing that makes them show up and see the workings of the city council is when it hurts their pockets and their bottom line and their home values and their wallets. So honestly, I'm a bit of an accelerationist. I think all the taxes on homeowners should be raised and business owners until they all get in the streets with the rest of us that have been protesting this bullshit system and this bullshit corruption, because this is all that gets their feet, fucking get their ass off the couch and move their feet down to City Hall. So actually, I think the rate increase should be 50, 100, 3,000%, because although I do have a lot of respect and a lot of love for Tessa Taylor, you know, she's very active, but most of the people aren't, and this is what gets them down there. So you know what? Raise the taxes higher. You heard something about the Tea Party from the beginning of our country earlier. That's
Caller,
the kind
your
of
time
energy
has
I want to
expired.
hear.
Next caller.
Yeah, that's Stacy's husband.
Okay, so I'm getting an indication that there are no more callers. So just to confirm, if there's anyone else who would like to speak on item number 1 only, again, this is item number 1, the rate increase. Please press
I'd like
star
to say
9
you guys
to
don't
raise
need
your hand to
shit.
speak if
No
you
more
have
money
not
for
spoken
fucking
already.
anything, and you should start giving money back.
Caller with the last 4 digits, 1075, please unmute yourself.
For general public comment, please, since nobody else was raising their hand.
Okay, so again, this is only for item number 1. So next caller, is there anyone else on item number 1 only?
Caller with the last 4 digits, 8990, please
Here comes
unmute
Jason,
yourself.
third time. Bet.
Hello.
Aw.
Hi. Thank you for hearing us,
Smoked.
everybody there. I hope our council members are paying attention.
No, they're
If
not.
you care anything
Go ahead,
about
Half of them aren't even in the room.
something. It's item number 1, sir. Oppose the increase, mostly impose the piss poor way this was handled. I'm in a 100-year-old HPOZ in Hollywood. No one knew about this. No one across the city, unless wonderful, amazing activists like Tess Taylor, if they received her emails and emails from others with an action alert regarding this. Nobody knew about it, certainly not in time for your 5 p.m. deadline for written comments. And dear council members, you're aware that it also said that speakers today will mean nothing. It does not have anything to do with any influence about the feelings about this. This is a horrible way to handle things. This is that you need more transparency. There was no outreach to communities. There was no outreach to neighborhood councils. The city should be ashamed. I do not blame our sewer workers. I honor the hard work that they do. This has been non-transparent. It's been rushed through. We begged for an extension, and we didn't get it for those 5 p.m. Written comments, which seem to be the only ones that you guys are going to pay attention to. If our council members care a crap about their constituents, they'll stand up and do
Caller, your
something
time has
about this.
expired
We
on
are
item
being
number
abused,
1. Next caller.
That's it. Shame on the city, like she said.
Call in user 7, please unmute yourself.
Shame. Yes, my name is Jason. I'm a smoker scam viewer. All available items during
All right,
comment.
caller, you have already been warned once, and so you are subject to potential removal. Do not call back and disrupt this meeting. To all the callers, we are only taking calls
get
on
my
item number
public
1 at
comment?
this time. Next caller.
I think that's 4. Look at him, look at him, look at him. He said like that. You see that after he hung up?
Okay, I am getting a second indication that there is no one else who has raised their hand to speak. So, Mr. President, I believe we have
Look at
exhausted
Jason.
public comment on the phones. Would the President like to conclude and close public comment and this public hearing at this time?
Yes, sir.
Fucking love it.
And for the record, the public hearing for item 1 is now closed regarding the 5-year plan of sewer service charge, low strength sewer service charge, quality surcharge fee, sewerage facilities charge, industrial waste
Let's see how they vote.
and septage disposal fees increases. The tabulation of the written protest will be announced on Friday, August 30th, 2024.
All right, with that, we'll proceed to in-person public comment on aisle items and general public comment.
So for anyone who's on the phones, we're going to do public comment in person first. But if you would like to speak to the items or general public comment, you can now press star 9 to raise your hand to speak. Again, we will take in-person comments first.
All right, did
I'm
he?
going to call a
Oh,
few names.
fuck yeah, 3-inch shrimp.
Yun Sang, Vicenta Diaz, Timothy Jones, Tania Pineda, Madeline Sagal, Lisette, Julian, Elias, and Baltasar.
Did what's his name leave? Did leave? I don't see him. He's not. Well, he's definitely not on that side of the chamber. I'll set the line if I see him get up here.
Good morning. If you could please...
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Vicenta Díaz. Trabajo para comida rápida en McDonald's. Y estamos aquí para pedir de su apoyo para la ordenanza.
Okay, if you could hold on just 1 minute. So which items would you like to speak to?
¿De qué asuntos desea hablar, señora?
De la ordenanza para comida rápida.
About the ordinance of fast food.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Please pause every once in a while so our interpreter can interpret. Go
Tiene
ahead.
un minuto para el comentario público. Por favor, sí puede hacer pausa para que yo la pueda traducir.
Sí. Mi nombre es Vicenta Díaz, trabajo para comida rápida en McDonald's y estoy aquí para pedirles que nos apoyen con la ordenanza para que todo trabajador de comida rápida conozca sus derechos.
Ok, espera un segundito, señora. My name is Vicente Diaz, and I am from the fast food industry. I work for McDonald's, and I'm here to ask that you all support the ordinance for all the workers of fast food. So you may... Continúe, señora.
Con esta ordenanza queremos que todo trabajador conozca sus derechos.
With this ordinance, we want that all the workers become aware of their own rights.
Porque hay mucho robo de salario.
Because there's a lot of salary, they steal the salary.
Yo, sin ir más lejos, yo he sido víctima de robo de salario hace 2 meses atrás.
That's my case. I've been a victim of stealing my salary 2 months ago.
En lo cual, si yo no supiera mis derechos, mi día de trabajo, yo no hubiera tenido ese dinero.
If I wouldn't know about my rights, I would have missed that money of that day that I did work.
Por favor, les pedimos su apoyo para que esa ordenanza sea efectiva, ¿verdad? Para que no haya más abuso.
So I please request that support us so they can make effective that ordinance so we don't endure more abuse.
Y hay muchas otras cosas que son en abuso, ¿verdad? Como represalias porque nosotros queremos conocer nuestros derechos y no nos dejan.
And there are many other things that are abuses too, like they don't want us to know about our rights, so they take retribution against us.
Les agradezco por escuchar y espero que tomen en cuenta.
So I want to say thank you for listening, and I hope that
terrible.
you take this into
Charles.
account.
And before the next speaker begins, just to
Charles,
remind
you'll be able
everybody,
to get
so the items that are currently
good
open
money,
for public
mate.
comment, keeping in mind that we have
Tell you,
already
no matter what you
closed
do, even you're a
public
cop,
comment and the hearing for
you're
item number
bilingual,
1
you get more money.
are items 3 through 19 and items 45 through 68. So again, we are now taking public comment on items 3 through 19 and items 45 through 68, as well as general public comment. Good afternoon.
Buenos días. Hoy estoy aquí para hablar sobre la ordenanza de los trabajadores de la comida rápida.
Good morning. Today I'm here to talk about the ordinance of the fast food workers.
Para que todos los
So you have
trabajadores
1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, señora, para el comentario público.
para que
Puede
todos
con-
los trabajadores conozcamos nuestros derechos. Buenos días, mi nombre es Lisette Aguilar, soy trabajadora de McDonald's. Hoy estoy aquí para pedirles que nos apoyen con una ordenanza para todos los trabajadores de la comida rápida.
Okay, so
Ya-
my name is Lisette Aguilar, and I work at McDonald's, and I'm here today to ask you all to support us with the ordinance for the fast food workers.
Sobre esta ordenanza para que todos los trabajadores tengamos entrenamientos para conocer nuestros derechos. Quiero
So, we want this ordinance so all the workers, we have training so we can know about our rights.
Voy a compartir la historia de mi compañero Elías. Él no se encuentra aquí, tuvo una emergencia el día de hoy, tuvo que llevar a su tía al hospital, pero él es un trabajador de Subway, donde el día de ayer salieron ellos en huelga para protestar sobre sus derechos para que les devuelvan el dinero robado, ya que mi compañero trabajó durante la pandemia más de 8 horas.
Okay, if you could
espera un
pause, just
segundito.
go ahead.
So I want to share the story of my coworkers, Elias, which wanted to be here today, but he has to go to an emergency because his aunt is at the hospital, and he's a worker that they went yesterday on strike to protest about their rights because they stole their money. More than he worked during the pandemic, more than 8 hours. Continúe, señora.
Y de las cuales solo le pagaron 4 horas. Esto es una injusticia. La dueña de este lugar obtuvo ayuda del gobierno.
Okay, so this is an injustice because the owner of the place where he worked for 8 hours and he was paid only 4 hours, she was working, or she got money from the government.
Somebody hand him a 50 so he
Pagarle a
can
ellos,
stop
lo
it
cual
already.
no lo hizo. Por eso estoy aquí para pedirles que se unan con nosotros para una ordenanza para los derechos de los trabajadores de comida rápida. Gracias, Dios les bendiga.
So she got money from the government in order to pay them, but she never did. So that's why I'm here to ask you to join us in this petition so we pass this ordinance.
Thank you. And Speaker, before you begin, if I could just have the interpreter make an
Federal
announcement
grant
to
money
the
they're
room,
talking about.
Whenever you're ready.
Because remember, they didn't get shut
for
down
anyone
during the
requiring a
shamdemic.
Spanish language interpreter, please keep in mind
So I'd
that
be
we
willing
need
to
give
bet
our
that they got
interpreters some
money
time to actually interpret.
be paid
We will
just to be
pause your
open to
time. So I
serve
would
people
ask that if
shitty,
you
toxic
could
food.
Please periodically pause. It would help
And
us out
still
immensely.
fucking forget
Para todos los que
items
necesiten
in
interpretación,
your bag.
por favor tomen en cuenta que
And
tienen
get
que
charged
hacer
for the bag.
pausas para que la
And get no
intérprete pueda
napkins or ketchup or
traducirlos.
anything like
Y
that.
no van a perder ese tiempo, pues se les va a dar el tiempo extra necesario para contar el tiempo en que hablan las intérpretes. Gracias.
Good afternoon. Which
Has
items would
nothing
you
to
like
do
to
with
speak
city
to?
council.
Item 1, these are facts that I'm hoping that the city council members will take into consideration before approving any type of rate increase.
I think maybe they'd be passing an ordinance that has
How is
something to
sewage
do with it.
volume
That's why.
calculated? It appears that the volume of water in is assumed to be the volume of the water out. On my most recent bill, I've got 700 cubic feet of water into my home, and I'm being billed for 1,100 cubic feet of water leaving my home as sewage. I confess, I am not a person who
I
can
don't
make
know, Alex.
water. If there's 700 coming in and 11 going out, I don't know where that comes from. The other fact is that it's been reported that over 20,000 gallons of water evaporates in from a swimming pool in a year's time. I'm being billed for 20,000 gallons of water coming into my home, 20,000 gallons of water going out of my home, when in fact that 20,000 gallons actually was the result of evaporation. So I'm being billed twice for water that I didn't use in my sewage. In addition to, it believes that I'm actually making water by bringing in 700 and sending out 1,100.
Speaker, your time has expired, and just so that we're all on the same page and to clarify for everyone, Speaker, your time has expired. So item number 1, we already exhausted public comment and it was closed. We made multiple announcements in the room and on the phones. So that was the gentleman's general.
They didn't vote on it, though. They just took public comment. All right, guys.
Before the
I don't
next
remember
speaker
seeing a
begins,
vote
I'm
go
going
for
to
it.
call a few more names. Park Kim, Charlie Mims,
Park
Christina
Kim, is that him?
Jones,
The Korean.
Deborah Bartlett, Jake Martin, Majib, Mihin, Miss, Mawson, and Simba Wright.
Good afternoon. So which items would you like to speak to?
This is general comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute, and this will be your general public comment, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Balazar. I represent the 37th District. I'm the congressional candidate for Inglewood, Westchester, Culver City, and South Central Los Angeles. The purpose of my visit today is being that the World Cup, the Super Bowl, this is the World Cup in 2026 and the Super Bowl in 2027 and the Paralympics and the Olympics in 2028 are going to be arriving here in the city of Los Angeles. I want to make my services offered to the city. My father, just as a footnote, was head of security of the Olympic Village in 1984, and I remember when Blue Thunder used to roll across the city protecting the citizens. I represent Medical Prime Group. We like to house the homeless, and I also own a Freedom House Recovery for those in detox. So I want to make it available to the city who I can speak to here about the services that I can provide. If there are any questions or concerns, please give me a call at 888-278-5152, extension 800. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Blue Thunder.
Next speaker. Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Hello. Items number 52 and 55, Honorable Counsel.
So you have 2 minutes for
Honorable. And general comment.
And general, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items first. Go ahead.
Thank you kindly. In regards to point 52 and
I think you're trying to say honorable.
allocating additional resources, I think, for economic development, correlated to point 52 and 55 in numerous points. I'm just limited to the two. They're piggybacking off what a lot of individuals had said earlier today, and just for note, my name is Julian Alexander Macara. There is an overwhelming amount of resources that are being allocated, and as we can see, misused. There are no results, unfortunately.
Who
And this
uses
has
their
been the
middle
case
name?
since Obama's Promise Zone, which I was working with HUD as the Director of Economic Development for people using housing.
What's up, Mac?
Now, I speak to
Thank
most
you.
of this board very sternly, as the first day you and I met, Kevin De Leon, I was 16.
Uh-oh.
I was 16 years old. You told me and you shook my
Uh-oh.
hand. You said if I ever need anything, to contact you.
Sure that was all
I have
he
not
shook?
received an email, sir. I talked to Alfredo.
Speaker, I'm going to ask that you stick to the items first before
I
moving to
was
general public.
16.
Go ahead. All very
Sounds
relative.
kinda creepy.
And at that, since July 13th, June 13th, 2024, I have been outreaching
Sus
to
fuck.
the council members department for this same topic for the Dream
Big
Foundation, and our president in the moment, as of October 16th,
Kevin's
2023
play toy.
of last year. So these funds that are
Thank
being
you, Mac,
solicited
Mac.
on behalf of the city, I've been working for over a year to provide these services.
He's too old for him now.
You do not need these funds if you are not paying attention. There's only one council member making eye contact with me right now. Thank you, Kevin, for changing direction. You are on camera. General comment, please.
Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
In the picture as well, I'm the pro temporum of this mock assembly for Gil Cedillo's when he was in the assembly for second. You were as well. For the 42nd district. Myra Jimenez is in the back of here, who was my first point of contact in Eunice Hernandez. She never followed up with me. I have emailed the city attorney. In my final notes, I want to end with Corinthians. Love is patient, love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in the wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. And they left as soon as I brought out the Bible. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. adreamnow.com. I'm using my jewelry, lamodernvintage.com, to support this in the meanwhile until they can. Thank you.
Love is a battlefield.
Good afternoon.
Good
Which
morning,
items would you
Mr.
like to speak
CT
to?
Attorney. Maybe just some of the keys are a little bit higher. So for the safety of our interpreter, maybe please take off their headphone. I would like to speak on item 3, 4, 5, 6, and the general public comment.
You put a
I
whole
will begin
paragraph
with the
on that
item.
shirt.
So you have 3 minutes for the items. Item number 3 was actually continued to September 24th. But you can
Never
speak
mind.
to,
I would
you
like
have 3
to,
minutes for the other items and 1 minute
for-
for general. Please begin with the items.
4, 5, 6, 7, and the general. Number 4. 但求你每等往往也叫情我亦無人帶個諗了學成一生跟你走，叫信
Thank you, JC.
叫多少改變一生只要風中追高，不先孤單地到老。但求你每等往往也叫情我亦無人帶個人嚟學成一生跟你走，在我心中對你死恨的你一生只有風中追逐，不先孤單地到老。但求你每等望往也叫情我亦無人帶個人嚟陷阱一生跟你走，在我心中對你傷害對你今生不可不能沒有。
Dude, that shit was slapping.
So now let's move on
that
to
shit hits
item
hard.
number 5. 走過多少路口，聽過多少嘆息，我認真着你的不知所措。這種迷茫心情，我想誰都會有。幸運的是能分擔你的愁。能不能靠近一點？能不能再近一點？滿足我心中小小的虛榮。其實你並不知道，在我心中你最美，就像風雨過後天邊的那道彩虹。如果明天的路你不知該往哪兒走，就留在我身邊做我老婆好不好？我不夠寬闊的臂膀也會是你的溫暖懷抱。如果你疲倦了外面的風風雨雨，就留在我身邊做我老婆好不好？我一定會承受你偶爾的小脾氣，或許我還能給你一點意外，一份歡笑。Now let's move on
Next
to
American
item
Idol,
number
ladies and
7.
gentlemen.
And then general public comment continue on item number 7. 懷念你我過去，感情已沒聲對，任那情情負氣，難則彼此心虛。兩是真是我心吹世間處地眼淚，誰讓你被我別取？問這苦海可否叫出過去所愛，照從你我過去所去，多少冤冤痛痛，多少對與不對，願冷風通通吹去。問這苦海可否吹走破碎的愛，吹走濃濃暖暖眼淚？不管你欠了我，還是我欠咗你，願往西隨風飄去。General public comment. 無論我走到哪裡都不能停止想你，親愛的，在我心底沒人比你更美麗，像清唱哆來咪為你譜下一段旋律，讓星星揭開童話故事中的謎底。Oh my god， 我已經愛上他，真實的表達像奇怪喝了魔水就有魔法，街上溜溜達達還是不想回家，一個人看着電影嘴裡嚼着爆米花。哦，每分每秒都想和你通電話，飛到巴黎鐵塔下次帶着喝奶咖，去百慕大海和沙跳桑巴，點燃了火把，我們盡情的唱，愛的就是你可愛女孩，天上星星我為你摘，所有賬單我來買。
Thank you. And Speaker, I know that you come to these meetings regularly, so again, if you would like an interpreter, please go ahead and let us know, and we can try to facilitate that.
He's the Korean DMX.
Which items would you like to speak to?
I think he's Chinese. Pretty sure that was Mandarin, but I don't have any Chinese
So you
drops.
have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the item first. Go ahead.
I feel a little bit like Barack Obama trying to follow Michelle. That's a hard act to follow. My name is Jake Martin. I'm a behavioral health therapist, and I live in CD 13. And for the last year and a half, I've worked providing clinical mental health services at 5th and San Pedro on Skid Row. I'm a cyclist and a runner, so public safety, including the mental and physical health of my community, are of paramount importance to me. I would like to start by thanking Councilmember Soto Martinez and Councilmember Rahman and the LA Department of Transportation and Bureau of Engineering for the new section of Hollywood Boulevard bike lane and to ask to expedite the connection of the lane from Sunset and Fountain to Hollywood Boulevard. I want to mention I attended the Ciclavia on Hollywood Boulevard on August 18th, and it was awesome. And I generally bike around with several doses of Narcan to reverse overdoses, and I've administered it several times here on the streets of LA.
Thank you,
It seemed like a good idea to have it on hand.
General public comment?
Okay. And asking around, I didn't have any with me, so I asked members of the LAPD, the LA Fire Department, Councilmember Rahman's office, and the Controller's office where I might find some. No one knew or had any and referred me to check with AHF and the library. So I'd like to ask Council to please make Narcan more readily available, including educating the community about its life-saving properties. Back to biking, I commuted for work from Silver Lake to Skid Row by bike the last year and a half on Sunset, Figueroa, and 2nd Street. I want to state that dedicated bike lanes are great, and we have a long way to go to approach what Paris, France has done in the last 5 years, but the lanes are often strewn with debris. August 16th, Councilmember Blumenfield complained that the council wasn't seeing the forest for the trees related to pedestrian safety, and so I'd like to recommend that City Council redirect resources to the Bureau of Street Services for upkeep of dedicated bike lanes, fill roles in the department, and consider autonomous street sweepers like
Speaker, your time has expired.
Thank you.
Idiots complaining about the problem he's creating or keeping alive. Liberals, man.
Before the next speaker begins, I'm going to call a few more names. Rayson, Dory, Susan, and Andrew.
Andrew Graebner?
Which items would you like
All right,
to
if he
speak to?
comes up and speaks, guys, the under-over is
General
10.
Public comments on item 1.
So go ahead, you
My
have 1
name
minute.
is Yoon Sang Chol. And
What's up,
I
Young
want to
Sang
quote
Chol?
The mail I received from San first. It said here, quote, speak
wait.
at the public hearing or may call one of the phone numbers shown below to listen, unquote. I was misled. I came all the way that I could make a call in to make a comment.
Why is that working?
I accused San of doing this to prevent more callers to call in to make a comment on item 1.
Come on, guys.
The $3 billion cost project, it shouldn't be approved right away. I mean, they're not starting the project at the same time or within a month. Why can't they do piecemeal first? And some of these example items near the seashore and so forth, whoever did that stupid thing should be penalized. Get some of their salaries off, for example. And I'd like to know how much of this project goes to the salary of these people. Please let us know. Make it apparent to us where the money is going.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make it make sense. There it is. Oh, couldn't get it to work.
My name wasn't called, but can I speak for general?
Just general public comment?
Yeah, or do you see my name, Caroline Sim, in your list?
Since you're already up there, I think it's fine. But so just general public comment, you have
Yes.
1 minute. Go ahead.
Great. So I was previously speaking on item 1 as a homeowner in Los Angeles, but now I want to speak to sanitation's inefficiencies on the developer side. There is a reason why development takes so long in the city of LA, and Bureau of Sanitation is one of the reasons. Before the pandemic, it was very easy to get sanitation's back and forth comments and review on plans because they had 3 or 4 plan checkers at Fig Towers so that we could just walk in and within 30 minutes to 2 hours we could have a discussion with a live person and have plans reviewed and moved along in the process. After the pandemic, it's so weird because now I can't get a live person. It takes, you have to have an Angelino account to make a virtual counter appointment. To get to a virtual counter, it takes all day, if not the next day, to actually speak to someone for 10 minutes. Once the plan checker reviews the plans, he doesn't stay with the file. It just gets passed on to other plan checkers, and that new plan checker refutes the previous plan checker's comments and edits.
Speaker,
and therefore,
your time has expired.
there's been plans with my clients' plans have been in the Bureau of Sanitation
that
since
concludes your
last
time.
August.
Please take
so
your seat.
Please
Thank
look
you.
at the efficiencies of the Bureau of Sanitation all around.
Speaker, we
Thank
need to
you.
move on to the next. Thank you. I'm being told that there are
don't
no other
care.
speakers in the room, so it appears as though we've exhausted public comment in the room. Would you like to move
All
to the
right,
phone?
so I
Mr.
guess
President?
Andrew's not
Yes, please.
speaking. He left. Unless he calls in from outside.
Call-in user 3, please unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, Brock Landers, Los Angeles private investigator.
Shout out to Brock.
All open items and general public comment.
Oh, what the fuck? God damn it. Hold on a second, guys. God damn it.
You're going downhill, buddy. 47, transfer to the all open items and general public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for
God
general
damn
public
it,
comment.
man.
Go ahead.
There it is.
All right, 46, removal of dead trees. Make sure they stop by and get that dead bush off of KDL's head. You're going downhill, buddy. 47, transfer to the Bureau of Sanitation. Maybe they wouldn't need more money if it didn't take 10 people sitting for 2 hours to watch people talk for 2 minutes. I mean, like I've said in the past, I'm no rocket surgeon, but it seems like that's about 19 hours of wasted time that could have been used, burning dookie. 54, 85th anniversary of Toluca Lake. I would like to see my boy Jimmy in Toluca Lake and his uncle Marcellus up on some of the banners. I think they're good representatives of the area. Maybe we should get some banners for you guys sticking it to the people of Toluca Lake for the sanitation, and throw one in for Damon and Stinks from Smoking Scan. 55. Maybe you guys should start a program where you bring in the little gangsters and show them how to rob people with your pen. The people in your districts would still be getting robbed, but at least it wouldn't be at gunpoint. Or, I guess that's not true. You guys just have someone else hold the gun for you. 57. A star for Apollo Greed. Excuse me. Marquise, maybe we can finally have that charity boxing match that you keep ducking when they dedicate it. I think that'd be a good time. Maybe we could get Sly down there too. General public comment. To the guy
Go
that
ahead, you
feels
have 1
like
minute.
Brock following Michelle, do you really think that Shaniqua Figueroa is going to take you from behind after the meeting? Hugo, why don't you address the electoral corruption that Streets was asking you about? You really think that there are 80 family members that live in one house that all voted for you? The Monica gag ball seems to be broken. I noticed that the R's weren't rolling today. I think they have a warranty for that.
Shaniqua Figueroa.
Keep waiting for Veterans Week. I'm curious, since Russia supports Iran and Iran supports Hamas, Hugo, weren't you working the wrong rusty trombone this morning? And did I hear that they're selling putas at Dodger Stadium tonight? Damon, Jason, let's go.
A law enforcement type of guy
Shout out to Brock.
who is hired by people
Another great
to
call.
stop these
Next
bad
caller.
individuals.
Brock's great.
Call-in user
Fucking
with the
rocket surgeon.
digits 0463, please unmute yourself.
This is Shelly Biggs, Smoking Scan. Damon is the man.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Hey, general public comment, motherfucker.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go
Here
ahead.
we go. Good afternoon, you pieces of shit, communist elite war pigs. yeah, Monica, Chica, are you listening to me, Monica? You race-baiting piece of shit, slime bag, narcissist bitch. Do you know what the word andale means? I mean, I'm wired as fuck, and I know what it means. Andale, bitch. Nobody wants to hear the bullshit come out of your mouth, the hate-baiting genocide on white people that you preach, bitch. And you, pinky face, oh, maybe she's not there today. Yeah, get rid of all the white people. It's all the white people's fault,
This
right?
is not on
What
any
about the poor
topic.
white
Can we move to
kids?
the next caller?
Fuck off.
Shelly's too funny, man. Oh, man.
Call-in user
No
8.
no war
Please state
pigs
the items
today.
you would like to speak on.
Yes, my name is Jason. I'm a Smoking Scan viewer.
Which items would you like to speak to?
Let me get all available items and general public comment there. Papa
So you
Bear.
have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please keep in mind that you've been warned already, so please stay on topic. Go ahead.
You've been warned already twice.
Whoa, well, I'm shivering on my boots. Anyway, shout out to the Smoking Scan community. Hey, is there any way we can get maybe some signs posted up with return policies down there on the gas station where they sell the ice bins or whatever? If we can get some of that, that'd be cool. Because the other day I was down on Figueroa with this chick, and she was offering $5 for a dry rubbing tug. And
So this is not on
after she got
topic. I'm going to
done,
move you
she
to
wanted-
general public
Yes,
comment.
Sir?
Go ahead.
Why do you, sir? Anyway, as I was saying, I was down there with the chick, and she had a little $5 rubbing tug special going on, and after we finished up with that, she wanted me to run her to the gas station to return a bag of ice. I'm like, I don't think you can return bag of ice or whatever. They said, yes, she does it all the time. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they have like a return policy for that. But no, she showed me the bag of ice. It was like half thawed out.
This
and it was
doesn't seem to be
water,
on
and
any
there was,
topic
little
on the
dry-
agenda. Can we go to our next and final caller?
Shout out to Jason. They dunked him.
Call-in user.
Hello.
Anyone. Yes. Please state the items you'd like to speak to.
The Clowncil.
Yes, my name's Estella. I am speaking on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. Regarding the policy titled Proof of Full Vaccination COVID-19 Vaccine Required to Enter Certain Public Locations, a sunset is not enough. We, the people, demand a redress of the grievances caused by these unconstitutional and illegal ordinances. These ordinances were steamrolled by a LA City Council that was revealed to be filled with leadership who have characters of discrimination and racial prejudice. The city is trying to quietly roll back these policies, but we, the people, won't forget being turned away from the city hall due to these discriminatory policies. We, the people, won't forget being told we're not allowed to go to school or work due to these discriminatory, unconstitutional, and pseudoscientific policies. Thank you for my time. Have a beautiful day. God bless you. God bless
That
America.
sucks, Allison. Yeah, they're doing
Thank
it to
you,
everybody.
Council President.
You need to hit up Daniel Gus.
Next, we're going to we have one additional caller.
They couldn't leave on me.
Go ahead. Which items would you like to speak to?
Call-in user 5.
Hello.
Next caller.
See, there's more than one person.
Caller ending in 2616.
See, you know there's more than one.
It's Eric Trevin, and I'd like to speak on.
See, they're not taking everybody. You can tell they weren't. He just said there's no more
So you
callers.
have 2 minutes for
That
the
was
items
last
and 1 minute
caller.
for general.
This'll
Please
be
begin
our-
with the items. Go ahead.
Okay, well, 66 is Leonard Schaffer. You stuck him at the end of the agenda. This guy is a former cop. He's like on the board of commissioners for the neighborhood council, and you're trying to re-up him. Maybe he could. He's not a bad guy. Obviously, he's a part of the deep state. I would say in a nice way. He blocked actual overturn of government in Studio City by showing up and invoking rules as an outsider. Totally and wildly inappropriate, but effective. I have to give the man credit. And then he sits there year after year. He could make room for one of the other. How about Jamie York? Very, very bad failure on your part, Mr. Carsell. Let's move on to number 67. 17 contracts for ITA with various professional services, each one up to $3 million. So let's see, up to 3 times 17. We're getting close to $50 million. No information, or there's a list at the end, and it's up to their discretion. That does not really meet the standard. Spay and neuter project, $350,000.
All right, Golf. Have a great
It's
day.
great to know that they're performing the job to harm or animal people, but I suppose they are. Carl Weathers, you're having this is Apollo Creed, for those who don't remember, the actor. He's dead, sadly. So this is a posthumous one. I want to thank Mr. Soto Martinez for also recognizing those who have come before and then died. The CD-12, 120 grand. It's very interesting, as others have noted, to see John Lee do anything other than issue law enforcement overtime. So, very interesting. I assume it's calling it homeless services. I'm assuming he means scraping homeless out of his area. And finally, I would just say, not finally, but this particular agenda is unfriendly. Okay, it's not a friendly agenda to public participation. And I'm just reaching out to the council to see if they might be interested in trying to find a way to have good, productive
General
meetings where
public
we can
comment?
really. Yeah, the general public comment is, why not do a better job? Why not? Today, Girardi, the guy, Tom Girardi, the attorney who's accused of embezzling $15 million of people's money, and who Krikorian and Wesson inculcated, gave a beautiful presentation, just like today for the Guatemalan guy. So it's like it kind of taints the feeling because he was one of the great corruptos of the decade. And I just think that by putting agenda items clearly on the front of the people, you do a better job. And by allowing people, as Yaroslavsky and Rahman both admitted in their previous stories, committee meetings is where some of the work is done. But to deny virtual access is simply antithetical to engaging the community. You can quote me on that. It's just really bad. And finally, if we're going to publish newsletters at the LA Times, please let's identify not just the white men and the black men, but also the black women and, and the white women. We saw Tracy Park. What a great
Mr.
job.
Previn, your
That
time has
photographer
expired.
should be
At this time,
incentivized.
Thank you. So I understand that, Mr. Gus, you're saying that you were cut off. I'm going to ask that everybody lower their hands. If the staff could please lower their hands. And Mr. Gus, if you could please press *9 to unmute now.
See, they'd be fucking around with Daniel Gus, too. They don't want to hear Daniel.
Going once. Staff is there anyone there?
There's still 9 hands raised.
Fucking 9.
Okay, let's try this
Still
one more
9.
time, and then we're going to move on. So I'm going to ask,
Look at the
please
DEI
lower
sound
everybody's
guy
hands manually at this
up there in the
time.
red.
Mr. Gus, you're asserting that you were cut off. Please press *9 to raise your hand now, Mr. Gus. Go ahead.
Come on, please let him get in.
Caller ending in 1881 was the first to raise their hand.
Jason, I have a feeling.
Please press *6 to unmute.
It's fucking Jason.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
I'm unmuted.
Oh, it's fucking the panderer.
I'm sorry. This was not.
Public comment, sir, and all items.
So, Mr. Candido, we are going to take one more caller. We are trying to get a hold of Mr. Gus because he already got in and is saying that we disconnected.
That doesn't
So,
matter. I called
go
in
ahead,
just
please.
like...
Next caller.
Oh, that's gonna fucking piss him off. Oh, that's fucked up. That goes to show you right there, ladies and gentlemen, there's absolute proof that they're just picking and choosing who they want and how much time.
Please raise your
They wasted an hour and 20 minutes on all these people and giving them their stupid awards for nothing. And we paid for those awards. We paid for those frames. But the people that pay for those frames can't talk unless they're lucky to get picked. How is that not communist?
Calling user 5, we cannot hear you.
They just do as they please. Don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Their way or the highway.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead. Which
Hello?
items would you like to speak to?
Okay.
What's up, Steven?
Yes, all items in general public comment.
So you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. So go ahead with the items.
Yeah, that's what happens. DanielGus.substack.com. And the reason why you guys keep me from talking about things like 63, 64, 65 general is because I won Online Journalist of the Year and I uncovered corruption that's rampant on these items and everything else. DanielGus.substack.com. On 63, hey, this is a great idea. Can you imagine how many free spades and neuters you could have had if you just didn't hire damn Stacey Daines to be your GM, who's apparently done with the job after 1 year, except the mayor's office hasn't been able to deal with that or announce it or be transparent about it. Yes, 63 is a great idea for the people in 11.
Okay,
the question
Max.
is, why isn't it being done all over the city? And by the way, you want to take a good idea and make it great? Take some of this multi-million-dollar stuff that you're settling dogfight lawsuits and provide basic veterinary care, and you're going to lower the cost of running animal services. So 63 is a great idea. Make it better and provide basic veterinary care in addition to spay-neuter. You'll save money. You'll be a more humane LA, and I will stop talking about humane issues so I can go on to other business. Item number 64, fantastic. Mr. McCosker, same thing. You need more of this in your district. If you take some of this multi-million-dollar stuff that you're squandering on one off, you almost lost a city employee named Leslie Correa. You're going to pay not 7 figures, 8 figures you're going to cost. You could have put all that money into 64 and provide basic veterinary care for the poor people in your community. Imagine one dog bite incident. You could have had a lot more to do on 64. It's a great idea. Make it better. Start allocating money to spay-neuter. Make it a requirement. Enforce it and provide basic veterinary care. And I will start calling for you guys to be mayor. Item number 65, same thing. Mr.
General public
Harris
comment?
Dawson, You had somebody with a level 5 face bite after I warned you guys. I warned you guys. Start putting money into basic veterinary care, spay neuter. You won't have all the overcrowding. Imagine all the money, these millions of dollars could have been in. I would have been cheering for all of you to be mayor. How much time do I have before general public comment?
You are on general public comment.
Gross? Okay, great. Hey, did you hear that you have a parvo outbreak in CD8 and elsewhere in the city? How come Animal Services, Annette Ramirez is your GM, you have a rigged Animal Services Commission, you have a parvo outbreak which can be transported off concrete onto sneakers into cars and homes and neighborhoods? How come Animal Services and Jackie Hamilton of the mayor's office hasn't notified the County Department of Public Health about it? I'm going to have a story about it. So where is the effectiveness? If you only reached out to me, I'd have told you this, but you stand a substantial risk. By the way,
Your time has
everybody
expired.
who visited.
Mr. President, would you like to close public comment on the phones?
Public comment on the phones and in person is closed.
Of course, you don't want to hear the
Clerk,
public.
What's before us?
Mr. President, there's a request to continue item 68 to Wednesday,
Fucking
August
Clowncil.
28, 2024.
Without objection, what's next?
The council may now vote on items 4 through 16, 18, 19, 45, 50 through 65, and 67.
All right, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes. There is a request to send items 57 and 62 forthwith.
That'll be the order. What's next?
I agree, Max.
Items 27, 28, 29, 30, 37, 38, 48, and 49 were requested for separate votes by Councilmember Hernandez. Does the council wish to vote on those items separately or as a one vote?
All right, we can take all those items together.
Period.
So let's open the roll on those items, close the roll.
Periods make a
tabulate the
difference.
vote.
Eleven ayes, 2 noes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now discuss item 1, called special by council members Rodriguez and De Leon for comments. Please note that no council action is required for this item.
All right, council member, she passes. You pass as well. All right. So
I agree, Lady Red.
Raman, no.
Raman,
All right.
Ramen. I don't know how to pronounce
All right.
your
So,
name. Raman.
all right. We're not required to take
Whatever
action.
your
So let's move to
fucking
the next
name
item.
be.
The council may now consider item 17 for motion 17A, Raman Bloomfield.
All right. I have Mr. Soto Martinez requested to make comments on this item. And those comments will be made by Ms. Rahman.
No, I had a request on a previous one just to be recorded as a no vote on item 49.
Item 49. All right, I think that doesn't change the outcome. So without objection. All right, so item 17 is before us. Let's open the roll.
Bring back 92.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 26, which was amended by motion 26A, McOsker Bloomfield, called special by Councilmember McOsker for comments.
All right, Councilmember McOsker for comments.
No, I think I'm fine. I just urge an aye vote. Thank you.
All right, Mr. McOsker.
Bucket
urges an
head,
aye vote.
everybody.
Seeing no other members on the queue, let's open the roll on this item. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 36, called special
Right,
by
Charlos?
Councilmembers De Leon
I don't know how
for
they
comments
sleep at
and
night.
Hernandez for a separate vote.
Fucking
All right,
subhuman.
Councilmember De Leon.
Bunch of clowns.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, as well as colleagues. I'm going to speak to the issues of 36 and 37 as well, too. Both items that are on today's agenda that come out of the Copper Wire Task Force, now called the Heavy Metal Task Force. These motions that are before us today seek
Heavy
to combat
metal,
the
man.
rapid vandalism of city streetlights, but in this case also to street light, or I should say telecommunications infrastructure. Item 36 will prohibit the general public from possessing telecommunications cable. Now, this is not something that you or I could walk into any hardware store and purchase. Telecommunications cable is only available for those in the telecommunications industry, and yet it is something that the LAPD Heavy Metal Task Force has found time and time again in the possession of suspected copper wire thieves.
They should all be wearing
By
Pantera
eliminating
shirts
possession of
as
telecom
they work
cable
throughout
to
the day.
telecommunications companies and their approved contractors. Well, we will help our law enforcement officers more clearly identify
Or at
those
least Maiden
who are
shirts.
vandalizing our city's telecommunications and infrastructure. Item 37, Mr. President, as well as colleagues, instructs our Bureau of Street Lighting to develop standards for branding the copper wire that goes into our city streetlights. In other words, public taxpayer infrastructure that the taxpayers pay for. How can we imprint the seal or the fact that it belongs to that infrastructure belongs to the City of LA. Like item 36, this will help LAPD clearly identify stolen city property and aid our heavy metal task force in the crackdown on those who seek to use our city infrastructure as their personal piggy bank. With that, Mr. President, as
Deftones
well as colleagues,
is definitely
I respectfully
metal,
ask for
man.
a vote.
Don't
All
be
right.
playing on the Deftones.
Seeing no other comments, that item is now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes, 1 no.
Oh, pinche Soto Martinez. What are you doing? Why
Mr.
didn't you
Hernandez,
give
would
us
you
a
still like to record
harumph
this
out
one?
of that guy?
All right. We'll record Mr. Hernandez as a no, which does not change the outcome. What's next?
This
The
band,
council may now consider
this band
item
metal?
46, which is amended by motion 46A, Rodriguez-Lee.
All right. I have Mr. Hernandez on the queue to speak.
Thank you for your flexibility and patience, Council President. I'd like to reconsider item 38. I called it special for comments, not special for a separate vote. So I'd like to be recorded as a yes vote and like to share a few comments if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Council President. Okay, you know, as someone who's done a lot of community advocacy, I've seen a lot of the firsthand devastating effects of not investing in our neighborhoods, the criminalization of our certain neighborhoods, and I believe it's time that we shift our focus on, you know, just investing in punitive measures to also preventative solutions to uplift our communities. I want to thank my colleague, Councilwoman Heather Hutt, for introducing this important motion, which can help address both public safety and sustainability in the long term. This morning I was out with Bureau of Street Lighting, fixing a bunch of street lights in Pico Union and in the Westlake area, and they were showing me firsthand the different levels of hardening that they have to do and protective investments that they have to do to protect the copper wire. They taught me what it looks like when they steal copper wire from one light and how it's like a Christmas chain.
Get
you
shocked.
take one out and then you take out 100 lights in one hit. And it was very illuminating to see that and to have these conversations with the workers and how they talked about how some of the hardening that they do, people watch them and they break into it right after they're done fixing it. But what I heard from them is that we need a recipe that invests in all the ingredients. Right now, we're investing a lot on one part of the ingredients, which is the criminalization, which is, you know, moving forward with etching of copper wire, but that's after the harm has happened. And what I ask is, you know, we move forward with things like Councilwoman Heather Hutt is uplifting in a real substantial way, and we invest in all the ingredients that will make it possible for our street lighting system to be preserved and protected. So I know we already voted on this. I'm putting a yes vote on this, but I just want to thank, again, Councilwoman Heather Hutt for investing on the other side of this recipe that's going to get us there, and I hope that we're open to continue to invest in all of the things that will help us protect our lives.
This recipe that'll get us there. Like everything
thank you
else
for
you guys
providing that
got
back.
us there.
Does your vote need to be
Look what you
changed?
got us into.
God damn it! All right. Changing Hernandez to a yes vote on number 38 does not change the outcome.
Look at her. Laughing
All
at
right.
her.
What's next?
Mr. President, the council may now consider
So
item
basically
46
just a waste
as
of
amended
time
by
is what
motion
he's saying.
46A, Rodriguez-Lee.
All right, seeing no comments on
She
this
should have
item,
looked at
let's
the
open
board and
roll,
said, what difference would it have
close
made
the roll,
anyways?
Tabulate
It's just
the
on
vote.
the record that she didn't support it.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 47, called special by Councilmember De Leon for comments.
Mr. De Leon. Item 47. All right, Mr. De Leon passes. Let's open the roll on that item. Close the roll.
He's getting used to being the president.
13 ayes.
All right, what's
Because
next?
he'll be the president after Krikorian's
The council
gone
may now
in
consider item
September.
66, called special by
Coming
Councilmember
right up.
Rodriguez
He's
for
almost
comments.
gone.
Councilmember
I
Rodriguez.
don't know which day it is.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez
That's when he
passes.
becomes the
I'm
president.
making comments. Let's open the roll on item 66.
Can only wait.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
He looks high, Miss A. You
12
talking about
ayes,
him,
1 no.
Miss A? The
All right, what's next?
talking about the president.
Council has
Smoking
motions
that
posting
weed.
and referral.
Too much.
All right, they're
You're talking about
posted and
him, right?
referred.
The desk is clear, Mr. President.
All right, announcements, members. Any announcements? Seeing none, I'll ask everybody in the chambers to rise for adjourning motions.
Better rise up. Better hurry up. All right, they're about to get up out of here. Ian, where you
Any
at? Your
adjourning
girl's
motions
right there in the
to
plug.
my left. All right. And any adjourning motions to my right. All right, seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone.
That's it. Go serve the city well. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Another banger. Not really. I gotta say, today's... If it weren't for the calls of Brock and Jason and Shelley, you know, it was rough. I mean, it was good to hear Richard Serrano and Daniel Gus. It's good to hear them in there. You know, and a little Eric Previn. Sucks that, again, it goes to show you, they can't... Look, they can't not say that they don't screen the calls. There's just no way. And for them to spend an hour and 30 minutes on honoring all these different folks, and then the people that want to express their opinion, regardless of how their opinion is, or whether it's for them or against them, they're just picking and choosing, saying, okay, well, there's 12 calls left, we'll do 6. I don't think that's fucking fair. I think what you need to do is stop having 3 goddamn fucking people getting honored. And that 20 minutes that you spent on that one people is 20 minutes more you should give to the people that put you there. So it's fucking bullshit. Just absolute bullshit what they do. So it sucks. And they can't tell you that they're not doing it, because they absolutely positively are. They absolutely positively are doing so. And it sucks to see, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I guess that's it for now, guys. I will be live. Sorry about that. I will be live tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so please adjust to your time zones. Hopefully you can join us on this beautiful Taco Tuesday. If not, I understand. You got things to do. Join us on another one. But please keep those notifications on as well, guys, in case we get us a chase today before the show. So thank you for all the likes, the love, the thumbs ups. They work and they're free. Thank you for the donos. Thank you on behalf of old Stink Bomb, who's over there, and myself. We're out of here for now. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tonight.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, y'all.